right? Yeah. Kind of live, mostly live. I just choked on air. Perfect timing. Da.
It's alive.
It's alive!
There's a Reppin' Wolf hyping us forward.
Hey! All the hype. All right, welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DMLoxy presiding, and this is Nerevis. The last time we played Nerevis, we were kicking off our 24-hour charity stream. Hey, Football Chick!
Hey, Football Chick!
And Vestra, and Rippin, and Israel, and everyone else that's lurking. Blah, blah. We are being graced with the presence of a new player. Our newest Dirtwormling, Minnie, is joining us.
Hello, Lurky boy.
Banana. Lurky. That was so creepy.
It's good to
Hey,
see
Sinal.
Oh.
you.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Easy as the Trent.
Hi, Trent.
What do you win?
ZNZ Games. What do I win?
Well, DNZ, you don't win. You actually get to choose one of the 5 of us, and you get to roll for us by typing !roll D20.
Ooh. Yeah, you can choose the DM or
Just like
any
that.
of the players.
And hopefully you don't get a 2.
Oh.
Or you do
Or
get a
hopefully
true.
you get a 2
I
depending
mean, it
on...
depends if you want us to win or lose.
Yeah,
So yes,
there's...
you can choose any one of the 4 players. That would be Minnie, that would be Ange, I would be Joe, that would be Aaron, or the DM.
You don't want to roll for the DM. No.
Nobody loves the DM.
Oh.
Well, if Angela's lucky, yeah, you do.
Right?
All right. Because a lot has happened, we are going to, because you guys left off, you just got barding for Lufer.
Yes.
You were given horses.
Yes.
Eric Erebist flies off your shoulder and gets an odd look on her little birdie face. Now I have the hiccups. Great. And goes flying off towards the city. Nothing, alarming. Just stretching her wings. I'm going to have you guys do brief character introductions just because I know who you are, but most of our lurkers don't. And our poor newest member does not. So, I'm going to put the spotlight on Rogith.
Ah, well.
She wants to listen to him talk.
Yes, actually, that's exactly why.
Fair enough.
Do it again.
Woo!
There's a straight caltrop, just so everybody knows.
Hey, Dr. Leach.
Hey, Dr. Leach.
The doctor is in.
So, I am Rogith Arctorius, or at least I believe I am. I am a barbarian paladin, and currently on the quest with these guys.
I'm not trying to get first rating, I promise.
Aw.
Not yet.
Harem expansion level 2.0.
Need to add more.
Always. Yep, so Rogith, you are a paladin of Marasa.
Yes.
And Eric, we'll move on to you.
I'm Eric. I am a ranger / rogue / have no clue where the heck I am right now, but I'm pretending I know what's going on. And I have a little birdie that is my friend, sort of, because I saved her. She had a broken wing, and I made sure she was healthy. And I have no idea where I am, so these guys don't know it yet, but they're teaching me everything about the world I
Hey, that's my life not knowing anything. I
We
think
can be
that's
brothers
adulting.
Yes, that's adult.
It's adulting in general.
Either
No one
that
teaches
or-
you how to do taxes or, well, I mean, most people.
Either that or Banana Hammock and I can be brothers in arms.
This is true as well. Parisa, save us.
Hi, I'm Parisa. I am test playing.
Can I roll for taxes? Sorry.
18, that's not bad.
No. You did better than H&R Block.
I am currently test playing a race class combo called a Loxley. Essentially, they are the love babies of dryads and elves.
You took those broken wings.
So,
And let's see, I am
Good night.
the daughter of the Loxley ambassador, so that's why I am in.
Just ignore them. It's
Sorry.
yes, I do because I live with one of them. Do you know how hard it is to ignore? Oh, honey, I got stories. Yes, I know.
Pudding!
Oh no.
Jeez.
And we're 2 minutes into the stream.
That's really
Yeah, so describe briefly what you look like because the other two are human. They're boring.
That's true.
I heard plant babe.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
She's so
Frieza.
pretty.
Yeah, but about the character.
Frieza
Woo!
has wow, you guys. She has really dark green hair that she usually wears braided to one side, and it. Oh my gosh!
We need to get. All I can think about is how much worse this would get if we had Allie in the extra chair. Because it would just go. But in such a good, not good way.
Oh dear lord. Okay.
Beard kind of tall again.
Just brought the creep back to almost 90 there.
So yeah, green hair, braided to the side. She has flowers that are braided into her hair that are actually like a part of her. So when she's asleep, they close, and then when she's awake, they open.
So you can tell when she's faking sleep.
She has a bronzy, brownish colored skin that has almost like not bark-like texture, but like variations in the
I'm
coloring.
gonna sit over there.
You're gonna sit over there?
I'm gonna sit over there.
He
Okay,
just doesn't
why?
want to sit next to me.
Because the cameras feel lopsided with only him on one side.
You know,
That's a
they
valid
kind of
point.
do. Rohit has got it all to himself up top there.
It's fine.
Just don't bang your knee.
That's
Oh,
why
you're
he's
sitting there.
there.
Okay, I thought he was gonna go there for a second. I was like,
Thunk.
dang it! Every single stream.
Every single
Everyone.
street.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
What is the question?
I would say probably.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I suppose if someone ripped a flower off, it would feel like someone's ripping a chunk of your hair out.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll make that canon as of right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations, my banana hammock. You have done something that is now canon.
It is so.
This world is my homebrew baby, and it does have details that still need to be worked out, as become more and more apparent every game we play. Thankfully, my players are very gracious with me.
The other interesting thing, she does not carry any metal on her. So
I don't know if my nose
even
is just.
like her daggers are, one is made of bone and one is made out of horn.
Awesome sauce. I almost went back
Wait,
to
did
you
you say
now.
it's made out of corn?
Horn.
That makes
Corn.
so much more sense.
It's a very husky dagger.
Well, you know. Loxlies are kind of weird.
So I had
I
to
thought
make
you
sure-
said corn.
horn with an H.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, and I also have a puppy named Luther.
Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Joke of the day, brought to you by DMLoxy. You're welcome. So, when we last left off, you guys had come back to the city. You got your horses all ready. You had gone and saved some village youngins from some attacking goblins
And wolves.
and wolves.
Mhm.
When a guard comes running up, oh good, you haven't left yet. I need you guys to return to
I was gonna say, roll a d20.
I need you guys to return to the Temple of Marasa. There's been a new development.
So wait, we have to go back to the city.
You guys are in the city.
No, we weren't.
We were outside the city, I
We-
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the southern
We hadn't
village.
returned from the fight.
Yeah.
Unless granted, some of us are probably not going to remember it because that was the first game of a 24-hour session. Our brains are fried.
Okay, because I just rewatched the end of it,
Mhm.
and you guys had come back from the fight,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's when
okay.
you got Lufer's barding.
Okay.
Oh, yep, that sounds
And-
about right.
Your horses and the filigree bridles.
That's right,
Okay.
because we were about to. Yep, okay.
It was right at the end, and we were all quite loopy at this point.
Yeah. 'cause
Let me
by
tell
that
you,
point it was
watching the
midnight.
24-hour stream rerun is a winner.
For those of you who don't know, you can catch all of our past episodes on YouTube.
Do you like that segue? I did that just for you.
I'm sure you didn't.
Mess
And
it
of
up.
course, our name, Dragons in the Dining Room.
Yeah, if you
Ah.
can't figure out what to look for.
Yes, yes. All right.
Woo, thank you for the sub.
Thank you,
Thank
Sikazilla.
you, see?
Hola, chicas.
And he escorts you back to the temple.
Wait, was it? You said captain of the guard. Was it my captain of the guard?
It wasn't your captain of the guard. It wasn't
Captain, my
Zachariah.
captain.
I don't want to be near him because every time you bring him around, we get hit by fireballs. He's bad luck.
And you're brought back to the temple. In the temple, you see, hey, Vamp Knight,
Ooh, thank you for the cheers.
How many bodies have we found? Right now, I found 4 bodies, and none of them are sleeping. Yeah,
That
so
emote is still waiting to be.
just to put that into perspective for our new player, my husband has no sense of propriety. So through Sending Stones, he got a message saying, you know, we have a problem. I found Akathor's body. And he goes, and that's a bad thing. Why? Because he's not in it. Well, he could be sleeping. You don't find a sleeping person. I told him, I don't call your mom when you're sleeping and say, I found Joe's body. Like, so now that's a thing. Every time, so for the rest of the session, anytime someone hopped in chat, Krabby Patty or someone else would pick up the mantle and go, we found a body.
It's becoming a channel emote now.
So you are our newest body.
I'm sorry.
At least I'm still in it.
This is true.
Founder acquired, I consider that.
And she's not sleeping.
Oh, jeez. This is my life.
Z&Z games ever?
No.
Okay.
I think he was just having fun.
You re-enter the Temple of Marasa and are escorted to a side room where 2 guards and one of the priests of Marasa is talking to a young woman. And if you want to describe what you look like.
Alright, I am 5 foot nothing. I'm a little bit curvy. Green
It's all
hair,
good so far.
very tangled, dark red hair. Big white eyes.
She's got an anime face.
Yes.
Big
Good
white
to
eyes.
meet you.
Big white eyes because I'm freaking out a little bit.
Dr. Leach, hey Minnie, do us wizards proud. She well. She brought her plate of fireballing, so we're good.
I did. I brought my template.
We really need templates.
And
Well, I
you
brought
guys
one.
are
This is the only important one.
you know, that is true. That is true.
Mhm.
Escorted in and the door is shut. And the guard that escorted you in goes, this young lady found Well, she said the Earth was giving birth to monsters, but it sounded similar to what you had explained. So we brought her here, and then we brought you back here.
Are you sure you can trust what she says? It kind of looks like somebody's been eating the mushrooms.
I don't know which mushrooms I can eat and which ones I can't. Thank you very much. I've had lots of mushrooms.
Looks like it.
I have 2 people I can be close to now! Be still, my heart!
And what is your name?
Apparently she doesn't like my Katie voice anymore.
I do, but it's not wrong campaign!
And what is your name?
My name is Morwin Starbluff. See, I was coming in town to go to the library because I ran out of books, and I walked by. There's the ground. See, the ground opened right up, and it gave birth to some gnolls. None of my books said that's how gnolls were made. I thought they were made like the traditional way, but no, there they were, just sprouting right up, fully grown.
So, Rogath and Parisa, you have no idea what a gnoll is.
And where were these creatures?
And partway between town and the cave.
One question.
Where is McCabe?
My cave.
Ah, okay.
Some people live
What's
That's
that?
You're turning red!
I'm having fun with this.
in. My cave of Morwin.
Okay.
What's a gnoll?
Yes.
It's a giant dog-looking thing. Stands on 2 feet. Really
Great
nasty
big
and mean.
beastie apparently born out the earth.
Not the traditional way.
No, they're quite
Well,
nasty, smell like dogs. But not this dog. This dog seems to smell okay.
Boof!
Well, the thing is I don't think they were being born.
What else
We
do you
have-
call it when they come up out the
For
hole?
some kudzu flowers and
Exhibit,
it
sort of like you
like
do
making
from
a
your
ring
cave.
around his body.
We have found
Let it be so.
symbols that are used to make these secret areas open and close. And I have a suspicion that is what you saw.
Probably more of the same trouble that we've been
You
running
might
into.
actually be able to understand them a bit better than I, as you're one of them book people.
I
They're-
like my
they're-
books.
They're runes or sigils. Unless you're one of those people that calls them sigils.
No, those are annoying birds that steal your french fries.
Especially if you're
And
in
live in the
California on
cave?
the beach. In that case, it's a ground squirrel, though.
I still have that picture. It crawled all the way up and sat on my chest and ate the french fry. I was eating the french fry and I'm like, how close is he going to come? So I sort of... And yeah, I crawled all the way up, sat down, grabbed it, looked at me like, hey, what's going on? Thanks for the perch. It was a day.
Oh,
It
no.
was a day.
We've got a problem.
What's that?
Dr. Leach has become desaturated.
Aww.
Oh, I like it.
Spending too much time with the necromancy.
Eh.
Did he change his tag again?
No, I think there's 2 accounts, maybe, possibly. Because sometimes it comes up as Aramel, Dorambor, and other times it comes up as...
And I know one of his previous accounts was having issues, so he might have just made a new one.
Okay.
Ayo, I didn't see the thing flash up.
It should have.
It might have. I wasn't looking either. So we would actually request that maybe you go. It seems like maybe it's on your way out towards your destination. We take her with you.
First off,
I thought you liked me.
I don't even know you are.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing dynamics. I'm so happy.
Has she been are all briefed about what we've been up against?
Not really. No.
Oh,
I mean,
fantastic.
it is very. I mean, we don't.
I mean,
wanna
we're
put
talking-
How afraid of death are you?
Depends on how closely I can study them buggers.
Like, the possibility of you not coming back in your mortal coil is extremely strong here,
Right, but can I study them first?
potentially.
I'll
If
come
you're
in.
not dead by that time.
Do they have to be alive when you study?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, this should be interesting.
You can get the anatomical diagrams much better after they die. Things don't work quite as well though.
Is it because they're not moving?
Yeah, they struggle a bit when they're still alive.
if I might be able to ask,
Right.
With a straight face.
what is it exactly that you do?
I study things. Usually the stars, but physical objects are pretty great too.
Well, aside from that, what can you offer the group?
Oh God. I love you, ZNG. That was beautiful.
Yes.
Hashtag no sleeping.
What's your position on the river? Top. My position is top.
I mean, in what way can you defend yourself?
Garlic.
Well, I'm quite adept at setting things on fire. Especially from the distance.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Are you an arcane
Yeah.
type person?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
See, I read the books, and the books, they make sense to me more than they do other people, and then I can set things on fire.
Books aren't people, so that's why they make more sense.
Right.
Okay.
People are so interested in them.
So says you.
Yeah.
Eric, you
I
don't
have a
find
problem
that
with
weird? Parisa and Rogith, you would find that more strange as arcane users are almost
Non-existent.
yeah.
Hey, why do you think I hide in a cave?
Well,
Probably because it's better company.
I do enjoy the squirrels.
I'm sure.
To eat her as friends, asking for a friend.
Depends on the day and how uppity they get.
and it's not
I almost went out of character question, but it's how does the DM ask me out of character question?
I thought it was one of the guards.
It was! Good save! Good save!
Well,
I think I know what the problem is.
well, I am not
Pretty
going
good
to hold
night.
your hand. I will do my best to protect you. And if the books are better than you are, I'm sorry. But yes, gnolls need to be taken care of. They are unruly and very vicious creatures. Even more so than the little green goblins that we fought not too long ago.
Hey, turns out
So
they don't
they do
smell
push
great when you
things
set them on fire. They don't talk about that in the books.
I don't think most things smell very good when they're set on fire.
Steak.
Meat does.
Okay, fair.
especially if you season it just right.
Say thank you to Reppin.
Hi, Reppin.
Hi, Reppin, thank you.
So,
Poor Reppin. He had to survive sitting between us earlier.
Oh, dude.
I feel your pain.
I'm
I
the
feel
one
your
between them.
Yeah, but you're one of us.
Well, yeah, I suppose we can take her with us. We'll see what happens. If you die, I'm...
Hey,
Try not to.
Twisted.
Twist!
Hey,
Yeah,
Twisted. And about this time you hear at the door.
To the chamber of the temple.
Yeah, it sounds like a pecking.
Okay. I'm walking toward the door.
Okay, do you open the door?
I have to get my horse.
Erebist flies in.
Why
Oh.
didn't you use a window?
There wasn't one to this room. And she has something in her beak.
Have fun. I'm not sure what you're streaming, but have fun with it.
Oh,
Have fun!
DM,
Have
the 3
fun.
is for you.
Ooh!
You have a 3.
I have a 3.
On your
Hey,
next
Sam
roll.
Dominicate. Perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Dark Souls, have fun with that. I haven't played that in close to a year because the game made me that mad I rage quit.
Dr. Leach, who is that 3 for?
Yes, you have to tell us who it's
Ooh.
for. That's why there's that text box.
So that's 2 3s in a row.
Watch them both be for the poor.
Your bot is stuck.
Doing what?
Oh,
Rolling threes.
Oh, yeah. No, my bot is just mean.
Ha! I got 10.
Nice.
I'm fighting with books for a moment.
I'm sticking my hand out to see what
Books
she
are
has.
our friends.
She spits out what looks like a ring. But this ring...
The next Noel we see gets that 3.
Yes!
Okay.
I love it. That's never been done. It is a dark metallic ring, but it looks like it has...
So this is for you.
I'm
kidding.
It looks like it has smoke swirling inside it.
Let's break it.
Okay,
I'm kidding!
Vlad.
I'm kidding!
I hope not.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's hamburger.
I don't think she's a clipper. She's actually quite intelligent.
There's hamburger hot
But
dogs
I-
in the stove.
well,
I'm
those
no,
are
I'm
intelligent.
cut my
Otherwise they
hand
get
and
caught.
And
blood
just
on
your yeah, because that makes perfect sense.
You put it on?
Or just throw the blood at it.
It looks like it might be a bit big, but as you put it on, it sizes to your finger.
Okay.
So it's magical.
But you're not really sure what
Potential.
it does.
Okay.
But she looks very proud of herself. Does her little happy bird dance.
I'm gonna have to find a bird.
Yes.
I'll bring my dragon for
There we
you.
go.
Ooh.
Then I can go on.
And then she flies off again.
Don't go too far. We're leaving.
She does this kind of little tug on your shirt and then turns and sits back on your shoulder.
What do you mean by tug on my shirt? Like come with me, or?
Yeah, but then you say, hang on, we're gonna be leaving, so she...
I said don't go too far.
Okay.
So when she tugs, I'll follow along.
Okay. You see this transpire with a bird. It's a fairly large raven. And then takes off.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
The guards just kind of shake their heads. Well, good luck. Have fun storming the castle.
Bye-bye, boys.
You think they have a chance?
It'll take a miracle.
I'm gonna go find Fairfax.
Oh, your horse.
That was fun to watch happen.
What?
Yeah, your horses have been brought around, and an extra one has been brought around for your new compatriot.
And these are just the normal horses, not our.
These are
originals.
no, these are your Cuthbert horses.
Oh, okay.
Yours and Eric's are Cuthbert horses. Paris's and Rowan's are nice. I mean, they're not Cuthbert trained horses, but they're decent horses. They'll follow basic commands. If you dismount, they won't wander off. And their bridles are beautifully filigreed by your local blacksmith. Because that's the accent that happens for him. I did not do any blacksmith's crowd that day. That was a good night.
Yeah, wasn't that his brother?
Yeah, that was wait, no, that's not. Well, I tell you what I did with the hammer, but it's not always appropriate, so I have my brother do it. Because I do all the delicate work with the blacksmithing. I like taking the thinner metals and making beautiful little filigree and sending them on their way.
So wait, does my horse have a filigree bridle?
Absolutely.
Give
But
DM an
I did it
advantage.
with leather, so it... Ooh! Thank you, Reppin. Hashtag, have you heard the good word of Mirren?
Hashtag suck up.
Right?
Worth it!
No, not you, him.
Oh. Still worth it! So you know that these knolls are on... Where did... I gave you guys your copy of the map and then I put my glass on mine. Where the knolls were sighted is only about 4 hours outside the city and not too far from the lake or the small sea, which that body of water has not been named, so I'm open to ideas because I realized just now that
Drop
we're here.
Lagoon.
So
No!
the one north of us?
North of you. South of you.
South.
Yep, the big one, the actual
big one.
C.
Oh, okay.
Nat 20 on the table.
Woo!
Ooh.
You know, we'll call it the Sea Silas for now until I get a better name. So are you guys gonna head that direction? Or Eric, you're following...
I'm following Nerevis for the moment.
Okay, do you say anything to your group or you just
Magic burst.
follow the bird?
I'm following Nerevis.
Okay, and a magic burst.
Yep, I got it.
Parisa, Rogoth, and Rowan,
Do you remember what magic burst does?
Wild magic surge.
But,
With a
Essentially.
10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you see the ranger take off after his... Are you okay? That was a good deck save. I saw that. That was excellent. I'm proud of you.
Do I have to change my name to Rowan?
Or no, Morwen. Oh my god.
It's okay, it's only gonna get worse from here. Because now that he's back in Lorelire,
We got Hakuden and Hakuba.
I wrote it down right. Morwen.
And player disadvantage.
I think the DM has disadvantage on her own tonight.
No, that was player disadvantage. Not
No, I
you.
know, but it's thing.
Alright.
Whew.
So,
Rippon's not
So,
been
yes.
very nice to us.
the game cheats. The players always
Ogoth,
win. Rep and wolf.
Morwen, and Parisa. Eric just walks off after Erebus.
Oh, what?
Is he going
Okay.
in the direction we need to be going?
Yes.
Okay.
As in, he's headed towards the city gates, which is where Erebus is.
Yeah, and
Heading.
I'm on Fairfax.
Okay. So, I mean, you can keep up with her easy enough, and you know she's not flying fast.
Adonis.
So, I'm going to write down the horses' names, too, because this is going to be...
I may...
Okay.
Nice. I may rename the horse. Depending.
Okay, so
I'm staying
Eric...
with Fairfax.
Fairfax. If you change it, just let me know. For now, it's in time.
See you in a bit, Leech.
See you in a bit, Leech.
Have fun.
You don't have to name your horse, but if you do, just let me know so I can reference the horses appropriately. When you get to the city gates, instead of taking a right in the direction of where you need to go, which is north or east northeast, Erebus takes off towards the northwest, similar to where you were in those farmer fields.
Okay.
So Eric is following her. Do the rest of you follow him, or are you going to...
I would say follow for now until it looks like he's not going the direction we need, and then
At the
yell
city
at
gates,
him.
he's going
Left
left
right.
instead of right. It's
Where
like
are
our
you-
Duluth trip.
Where are you going?
Erebus wants
I
to
will
show
never
me
forget
something.
that.
I won't either, but that's okay.
Do you want company?
I hope I'm not long.
Alright.
We're following the klepto bird.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Erebus is now kleptobird. and I
Kleptobird.
approve. I approve of this wholeheartedly.
You know, I once...
Aww.
Oh, I don't remember that. Never mind.
I love those names. And she doesn't go very far. That copse of trees that was past the fields.
Where I saw the spirit come from.
Yeah. She doesn't go very far in there. And she lands and is picking at what looks like a burlap sack that is on the ground.
I will dismount and stay. Go walk over to where she's digging.
Alright, and she pulls out a small amulet that looks like it's carved from, you're not sure if it's bone or a claw of something, and it's a little heavy for her, but she's trying to flap it over in the direction of Parisa, and then you grab onto it.
Yep.
And then she keeps looking at Parisa, and inside the sack, in addition to the ring she brought you, there seems to be a very sturdy cloak and a small carved, dark colored dog. that looks like maybe it's metallic.
I'd just pick the entire sack up, drop the amulet in there.
Okay.
Mount Fairfax.
She looks at you and is doing this little hop like, look what I found, who's a good bird? And she trills a little bit when you...
You might have a theme going, yes. A hop
I
on
love it.
Fairfax.
I'll check.
Okay, well, that was short-lived. Let's keep moving.
Clip
You're
the
not
bird
gonna-
come through for you.
Yeah, I got a sack of stuff. Gotta
Take
figure
out the
what
rest
it
of the
is later.
stuff?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the entire bag,
Okay.
drop the amulet in it, throw it in the saddlebag, and go.
Okay. Not gonna... Okay. Okay. DM pelt moment. Alright, and then you guys head back to the road and...
If you want to sit for a few minutes, I can take a look at those and
You can do it while
tell
riding.
you if they're special.
You can do it while riding. We have
They're
places.
special.
We have places to be.
Good Lord, he took us off the beaten path. The path
Eric
we
is
used to
very
go.
business-minded in an odd sense.
She was very determined. So I figured I might as well look, because the last time this happened, we got interrupted by a specter. So,
A specter.
yes, you remember the story I told you about the ghost coming out of the woods telling me that the sister was still alive and asleep?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Sorry.
confusing asleep in a body?
No, this time it was a specter.
Sorry. When you said specter, I immediately thought Strahd.
Yep.
So-
I'm using a different name for the same concept.
So as you're riding, Morwen, are you gonna cast Identify on him or perfect? Are you letting her look at your ring as well, or just
At the moment, I just handed her the bird
Okay.
set.
the cloak in there is a cloak of protection,
Plus
which
one.
is yes, +1 to armor class. The amulet is a Fey amulet of the Guardian. Once attuned to it, as long as the wearer is not incapacitated, they have +2 to initiative.
Nice.
And it is oddly crafted without a trace of metal.
I'll remember that one.
It's like the DM specifically made it for a particular race.
The DM would never. There's also the small statue of the dog is an onyx dog. If you speak the command, if you bark, the command phrase is in fact a bark, which you must do in character or it will not work. And a pit bull appears, a very dozer looking pit bull appears for 2 hours.
His shoulders are just barely wider than his head.
Just barely.
It has all the stats that a mastiff would have. However, it can see invisible things.
Aaron, she's looking at Aaron as she describes.
However, you can only use it once every 3 days. It has advantage on finding anything hidden, such as hidden traps, trap doors.
So Trapfinder 3.0.
Yes, yes. It has advantage on finding things that are hidden
Aaron, who's
or
got
stealth,
+8 to stealth.
and it can in fact see invisible stuff. So if someone casts invisibility, the dog's like, see you. It is also sentient and can speak common.
And after learning all of those nifty bits of information, then I will hand the ring over. I think this was in that bag too.
Alright, let's see what this one does.
That one is a ring of shadow stepping.
Ooh.
Do I have to attune to that one?
You do have to attune to it, but you can shadow step up to your dex mod per day. When you can, so it works just like a shadow monk's shadow step. So if there is dim light or shadow, you can teleport within 60 feet to that space as long as it's unoccupied. That does only go one way though. So you can't bamf there and back and count it as 1. If you bamf there and back, that's 2.
So any amount of jump, whether it be 5 foot or 60, is 1 use.
Yes.
Okay. And how many uses does it have?
Dex mod per day.
And how does it just regenerate all uses?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cloak of protection is it's a +2. You said +1 and I'm like, yeah, that's a cloak of protection. This one is a +2.
So you see?
Yes.
I will recover the ring.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta loot the horde.
I will also, while I'm riding, be carving a piece of wood.
I meant to do 400. I hit the 0.
You better hope you win this one.
This will be interesting.
Wait, we gotta.
Somebody went all in.
We gotta wait and see.
I'm not okay right now.
And this
Hold
is
on.
why,
I'm sorry.
and this is why we will never take her to Vegas.
I'm really scared to see what happens right now. All my dragon scales.
Oh no! Oh no!
Rigged! I found a body and it's me.
Oh shoot!
It's not funny.
Oh, very funny.
It's amazing, but it's not funny. Do you need a hug? Yes! I meant to type in 400 and I typed in 4,000 and I lost everything.
Oh no! Okay, I kind of feel bad now.
Oh, really
I feel
bad.
better now. Thanks. Thanks, Mirren.
Here.
Oh, jeez.
There.
At least I was helpful. Come on, you guys.
If I only had my phone.
I love you guys.
I gave her back half of what she lost. Come
No,
on.
worst typo ever is when I went #Mirren treats in chat the other day, and autocorrect took the R out, so it was #Mirren treats.
That was the best typo ever.
That was not good.
I still like it when you went to ask me about when I was in Hot Cheeto. So are you going to Hot Cheetos tonight?
I thought you were going to say the other one about what he wanted for dinner, and I'm like, no, not on stream.
Supple is not the word I was thinking, but you know.
I can't.
She'd be broken.
You've got the fish kind, you got the maple kind.
The bacon flavor. Oh my god. Okay, we're making good progress tonight, ladies and gents.
We're only
You guys
47%.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Oh.
Take the rest of that gear.
Yeah, I mean, mysteriously enough, there's 4 items and 4 of you. But there was a bunch of dried blood on this sack.
Why should have worn them? You know?
You're not sure where or what, but
Finders,
they're yours
keepers,
now.
Losers, weepers, 90% of the law is my possession.
So like I said, it's about 4 hours to where... You okay there, Parisa? To where she witnessed the birth of the Knolls. And how
Such
close...
a majestic creature.
Layers of the Knolls! Or Murray!
I'm just surprised realize they were fully grown. It's not comfortable for the earth.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
That's why I spit them out. And I will be holding on to I will have my bow across the pommel.
Okay. That's what I was wondering, is how close were you going to get before you started being careful?
Right
I
away.
assume you tell us about all these
Oh,
efforts,
yeah. Hey, who wants a little dog? You've already got one.
Kind of curious about that hook.
yes, because you needed it.
Wait, what's your AC, Rogan?
With or without the kite shield?
What's
Oh,
up,
without.
Tay?
Without the kite shield?
Tay
Is
Summerford.
18 for no shield.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need the cloak.
I could use the cloak.
DM executive decision.
I could use a cloak. I'd have an 18 then.
I'd have a 17. That could be beneficial.
Yeah, but this one here could use the bump to 15.
Probably.
15 would be nice.
We are very much distracted and talking about things we shouldn't. How are you?
Why shouldn't we talk about teats?
Because they're Murins.
Half orc wolf teeth.
Sounds like something
What
I
do
should
you
share
even
with
look
the
like?
Are-
36 of them.
So the question is, do you have to shave?
I'm so...
Oh.
If he ever goes across dress, all I can see is tassels.
If you're good, you can get them all going in the same direction. Alright, you want to try that again?
Sorry.
How close are you getting before you're careful? You said right away?
As soon as I got done getting the ring back on my
Okay.
finger.
After about an
I'll
hour
take the dog.
of riding, you feel like you could use this ring if you needed.
Hello to the big
I would
Wheezy.
Hey,
Amulet,
Wheezy!
correct? Who's the
Yeah.
amulet?
Yeah, it's a Finny amulet of the Guardian plus 2 to your initiative.
Yes.
You're not putting $4,000?
Not putting in 4,000.
Do it, Patrick.
Chicken.
Hey, thank you, Smokey. We have a newest fledgling.
Oh,
Thank
welcome,
you.
Smokey.
Alright,
I'll have to get the description.
woo!
Thank you for the follows, you guys.
Yes, thank you. I'm not going to try and pronounce that.
Bixie?
Thank you.
I'm going to go
First
with Bixie.
Okay, the light hit just right. All I got is I didn't see the X.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been about 3 hours on the road, and then you realize that there is no, and all of your passives are high enough for this. It's
Which pass?
your perception.
Oh, it's only a 16.
Mine's only a 21.
It's 15?
When these guys start getting nervous, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Yep.
Oh, you don't
It's-
see any nerves on me.
Alright, when the dog starts getting
There is no bird song, and Carissa, you
That's definitely odd.
notice that Lufer is kind of like huffing and boofing under his breath.
Wait, the dog's got more sense than you.
I'm going to
Sometimes.
direct Lufer to kind of stick near the back.
I will take the lead on this.
To alert us in case anything tries to sneak up on us.
Boof.
I'm going to take the lead on this. I'm going to ride about 25 feet ahead of these guys.
Okay. And do you inform him in boof? Or.
Yes.
Okay. Rigged!
Are you serious?
Rigged!
Wow.
Okay then.
I don't know about yelling Davisms, but you can definitely say Davisms.
Like, holy buckets, that's the...
Second time in a row.
Yeah.
Rigged.
I think I've only lost 3 out of however many we've done.
Yeah, rigged.
I'm gonna stop joining.
You need to.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for the follow. Alrighty. Yeah, and Morwin, you know that your cave is only about an hour from here, and you found the gnolls popping up out of the earth about 20 minutes from your cave. It's a little north of your cave. Your cave is a bit more northeast, and from here, where you spotted them was pretty much due north. So you would have to... I'm going to have to draw.
You're gonna draw?
DM's in too many places. Yes.
Alright, the pregnant hill is this way.
Does it have mirroring teats?
I hadn't checked.
That's something maybe we
Maybe
should
that's how they got so big.
Yeah.
Where's the other markers?
What other markers?
Here. Thank you.
I
Blind
think
DM is blind.
most of our items are currently on cooldown.
Yes, unfortunately they have all been used by Reppenwolf and Dr. Leech.
There's the road.
And I'm not sure why it's not giving the command, the prompt that they're on cooldown, but I will look into that again.
There. Thank you.
Only sometimes. Usually we're just a bunch of goofballs having fun.
Oh, you're good, sweetie.
I'm usually a goofball having fun. It's just not usually here.
That worked.
Else didn't even help.
Oh, you're.
I won't do it.
I was being silly. You stuck your hand out and through.
We're gonna need minis.
She's right there.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I did
You
too.
should have known it before it happened.
Uh-huh.
Where?
The miniature minis got it.
Oh, there's some things.
Just
Yeah.
as I don't have.
I have been doing a lot of cleaning back here.
Yeah.
Now you can't
And
find anything.
6'9", if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them. We will answer them to the best of our ability.
I am just going to hand you the crate.
The crate. The crate.
The crate!
Do you has? You do.
Me? Yeah.
You has.
I always have
That one
minis.
works.
This is true.
Couldn't quit.
Alright. So where are we coming in from?
You guys are coming in from your side of the map.
Whose side of the map?
From Joe's side of the map.
You didn't hear where she was pointing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Roll perception.
Generally, you'll want to have a minimum of 3 people playing. Average group is 5. One person is the DM, which would be the one in the upper left-hand screen right now. The rest of us are players. And it's generally referred to as communal storytelling. The DM or GM, Game Master, is the one that sets up scenes. The rest of us get to explain how we want to react to it and use our character sheets to decide the results based on what the Game Master asks us to roll.
Yeah, I said?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I am going to carefully toss you the things, and then I'll just have you put them on when it's time.
There, we can use that for Looper.
Gently chuck it at your face.
Yes! I got an axe to the nose! And maybe give a little bit more loft.
Okay. I'm more scared of hitting the china punch than anything.
You still have to give it a bit more loft. There
Protect Cthulhu.
you go. Yes, protect Cthulhu.
I thought you trusted you.
There's Looper.
Ah,
You remember the last time she said that? What did she do?
do we have a bird mini?
I think I do, actually.
I have a rat in my bed. I have some Tresson.
Yes, I am the CHP.
Got a couple of kitties.
I
have Baby Yoda.
No, Baby Yoda's too big.
have some mind flayers.
Can I have a mind flayer pet?
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
Hold on. I think I have a bird.
I could have sworn we had one hiding around.
We do.
What kind of news do you have?
Okay, I don't hear. That's okay.
Interesting.
Can you have this? I'll dig. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I can dig while we play.
Maybe this will be a diplomatic encounter.
Yes.
With Pregnant Hill.
Yeah, the more when you are familiar with this terrain, yeah, that stream, you visit it frequently. It's got really amazing fish. There's some lovely mushrooms growing not too far away.
Right, I like the mushrooms.
The mushrooms are
You can
good.
tell.
Eric isn't the friendliest character in the game. I'm just gonna warn you now.
Out of character, I called somebody else an omitter simply because she decided not to say something, and for the rest of the game, I treated her like a liar.
And she's still known to this day as
As the
Omega.
omitter.
Even though he's no longer in that campaign. Like,
I
the
mean, to
carryover
be fair,
is a
she
thing.
did give a demonic tree blood. So.
This is true. I mean, she's not helping her
Yeah.
situation at all.
No.
And then when she was brought back to life by the paladin, her first reaction was to go, I have a clean slate to sin again.
Yes, I have no words for a lot of that. Every
Found it.
campaign needs a Jeffrey.
All right.
Okay, good, you did find it.
I found her.
Found who?
There it is.
Bird.
And Erebus is poofed out. Like, her feathers are...
Oh, I thought you meant she teleported away.
So I'm out of here.
Her feathers are...
away.
Yes! Give the bird the ring of shadow stepping!
That would be neat.
I approve that so hard!
What's the bird's dex mod though?
She could use it 3 times a day.
Nice.
Klepto bird is now a thing!
So yeah,
Right, so you
I
guys
should be
are on the road. You realize you will probably have to... What you're on now isn't the main road so much as it is a glorified trail. Alright, so Eric, you are taking the lead with Erebus and Parisa. Are you just having Lufer in the back, or are you in the back as well?
From how it's situated, it looks like Rogan
You guys
is in
can
the
move
back.
yourselves wherever you want to be.
Can we put Lufer right behind Rogith?
rather than drowning in the river.
Yeah.
I mean, Lufer would probably go over and play in the water a little bit and be like, ah! I mean, he's still... And he seems to be visiting more trees than normal. You notice, Parisa?
I should have gotten a female dog.
So as I'm riding out into this, what looks like a bit of a clearing.
Yeah, it's a little more open. I mean, there's some vegetation, but it's not...
What do my
As
human
thick.
eyes see?
You don't see... Well, go ahead and roll perception.
16.
16. You see... Oh, isn't forest your favorite terrain?
Swamp.
Swamp, never mind. Never mind, ignore me. You see that it looks like something has recently come through here, towards the corner towards me, which would be northeast. Branches are broken, the grass is patted down.
At this point in time, I would be at the ready.
Okay. And you smell... Actually, everyone roll me perception. Rogith.
Hang on, my Tony's disappeared.
Where did you put all of them? Did you put them back in the bag?
I might have.
We'll come back to you, Rogith.
Okay.
He had 6 D20s out, and now he's got 0.
There
There they are.
No, you're
little bit in love with that. That's amazing.
Ooh, nope. That would be, well, passive of 15.
Okay. Eric?
You want me to reroll?
Or no. Sorry, what, you said
16.
16? Morwen.
9.
She likes horses. And Parisa.
21.
There's a
21.
dog playing in the water.
Oof.
Question for you. Did you happen to mention if these things were evil or not?
Nope, I just said that they're nasty critters. Today is not a day for
What did I
raiding.
miss?
Apparently not.
Everybody died this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy buckets.
Today is not a day for raiding.
Wow.
It's because you didn't join this one.
Yeah, I'll be the only one to survive.
Right. Okay, I will be right back.
I will be right here.
I will let you guys discuss tactics around yourself. You do find tracks and lots of tufts of hair, and you smell, anyone who rolled over a 13 smells a wet dog.
I'm gonna open up my pally senses.
And it's not Lufer because he has flowers on his body.
Yes, Vamp, I believe it is rigged. In my favor. That's why I didn't join. I think I'm just gonna hold right now for you guys to get up here and point out where everything is.
That's probably my job, isn't it?
What is?
Well, kind of, sort of, yes. I mean, with my high tracking, I should be able to figure out what's going on anyhow. It's just I want you guys up
But I'm just
here,
going, that's the hill that gave birth.
and that will be helpful.
Stop. Oh wait, no. Divine sense action until within 60 feet.
Sorry, you're fine. Just punch you.
Howie.
Oh, funny.
So actually, no, I won't be opening.
Not
my senses.
something that I'm going to share at the moment.
Gotcha.
I wonder how many she's going to throw at us. Is it just going to be these 4, or is she going to
Add some more.
add some more? I've only got 4.
As we kill them, they're going to keep regenerating
Right.
over the hill.
I've had to do that
There's
before.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst one to date was the time I had 500 gully dwarves attack a party. They made me mad. It was the same party that ended up getting squished by a marshmallow.
They must have made you really mad.
They did. But that was before I really knew what DMing was all about. So when players stepped way out of line rather than having fun with them, I just went, okay, rocks fall, you die.
Well, sometimes that's fun.
Sometimes it is, especially when it's a flaming marshmallow after they got turned as big as those freaking minis. Yeah, they literally turned as big as those minis and were 60 feet away from a camp where they were roasting marshmallows, and somebody did one of these numbers and the marshmallow went and they died.
I'm fighting an army of orcs once and did about that, but with fireballs.
Yes.
And they were not little.
I have some videos to show you guys. I was on TikTok again today. It's been a while. Don't judge me.
No, I'm going, oh no, because
I
some
can't
of those
find it, so there's Lufer.
Lufer!
some of those TikTok videos are pretty out
I should have
there.
brought you up on
There, you now have a Lufer. I couldn't find the other thing I was looking for. Did you get my text?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, I love you.
Fuzz.
Just that extra fur.
Quick side note, that stuffed animal has been to 21 countries total, including Australia, Romania, Germany, Austria, Croatia. Yeah.
Holy crap.
He went everywhere with me when I was little. I've had him since I was like 6. And he's alive! Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, but you...
I'm holding position until they catch up to me and just kind of doing one of these numbers.
Okay, and Rogith, you opened your pally senses?
No, I redacted that.
Okay.
Yep. So, I'm assuming Lufer's following behind me, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, 5 feet to either side is fine too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, pretty much.
Parisa, you...
I will summon Shiryu.
Okay.
Use my kite shield, use my hammer. Alright.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Morwen, you need to make a wisdom save.
Oh.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You think that she is in fact
It's a 13.
quite lovely. And what isn't the save a 15 on that, or is it?
I don't know. I don't
Teresa.
know if we ever.
Or no, because I've been doing that.
Yes, you have.
It is a 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get up ready.
Yeah, she's.
But
I mean,
it's not quite as bad as the captain.
Oh
Of
god.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
because
as.
did he feel like it too?
Should I be 5 feet behind so I can keep an eye on her?
You might enjoy the view.
Keep both eyes on
Well, I
it.
mean, that's always
Yes. Yeah, but there's tufts of fur. It's wet dog, and Parisa, you with your 21, and you watch Lufer's head perk up, and Erevis kind of cock her head and stare in a direction. You very faintly think you hear, Parisa, a giggling dog.
Like a hyena? Oh.
I'm gonna
But
send,
much deeper.
I'm gonna look at Erevis and just.
And up into the trees she goes.
Yeah. Where did the knolls sprout from?
Oh, that way.
And
Is it from this rectangle over here?
I'm going to go that way,
Alright.
and I'm going to look everywhere as I move.
Alright. You. Is that what happened? They would do that.
Glutton for punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the. I can't see the bushes I drew. Out of the bush that's kind of right in front of you by about 20 feet, Eric, a rather large knoll steps out.
Okay.
And he is giggling kind of maniacally. Let's use the painted one. Rippin did a really good job painting a knoll, so we'll use him.
Ooh, yes he did.
And it steps out. Parisa and Rogith, you've never seen anything like this.
Whoa, ugly.
Yeah, I mean, it's goblins, orcs, trolls, gnolls. It's always been the, if you don't get to bed on time, the goblins will eat your shoes. It's the equivalent to the boogeyman, something that was thrown out. There's a couple superstitious people that might really buy it, but it is the stuff of nightmares come to life.
First demons, now this.
And it kind of cackles, and this one has this tangled, mangy braid of fur, and just little bits of metal and bone weaved in with it. And he's posturing like he's someone of importance. And in broken common, you hear, "Leave your horses for me to eat. Go now, and we won't kill you."
How many of you are there?
Heh. Pack.
You don't scare me.
Are you releasing?
No, I'm
Oh.
pointing. You don't scare me.
You hear that, Adonis? I think they want to fight.
Have it your way. And as he laughs, more come out of the bushes. Yep.
Where?
From either side, but a little more towards him, because they did not get time to surround you. Their perceptions were horse poop and road apples. The one that's closest to Ange and Minnie, that one is carrying a staff with what looks like a broken gnoll skull on top of it, and some feathers and beads kind of hanging from the staff as well. And roll initiative.
Really?
That's much better.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe you did type. Maybe you did beat me.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
25.
26.
Dang.
20.
Ouch.
I think I'm gonna grab 1 feet. I do it right.
They usually come in bears.
No, I don't want one.
I am going to have
Two.
Nerevis and Lufer move on your guys' initiative
Okay.
just to make life easier. Carissa, what did you get?
26.
Brat. Eric.
25.
What the hell? Morwen.
I only rolled it.
14.
I didn't roll that high on my dices though.
Rogith.
20.
Did you get a big number too?
I'm still a bit distracted. She's pretty.
Okay.
It's not a bad initiative. That's the funny thing. No. Yeah, that. Oh, sweetie.
Wait, one of them gets a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another one gets a 3 because you haven't used a roll yet. Or did you use it for your perception?
Oh, I used it for their perception.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. My initiative is not 25.
Okay.
My initiative is 20 because I'm using the disadvantage.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm.
I get advantage on my roll, so.
This
That works.
is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
And they all rolled a 10.
Well, I rolled the Knoll leader for one, the caster for one, and the others together. And let me tell you, this is a winning bunch right now.
They have a caster.
Like the staff and beads didn't do anything.
I have no idea.
He has a fishing pole. Of course he's a caster. Come on, guys.
And a masturbator.
Huh?
You bait the fish hook and then you send
This may in fact be why he married me. It's a leap year!
Yes.
I get to be right! It's a leap year! I will explain to the table on break.
Okay.
You owe me, it's a leap year.
Yes. So, initiative has been
Yeah.
rolled.
Sorry, I'm DMing. I am. Parisa, you are up first. These things emerge from the bushes and they don't. They very much look at this point, other than the caster, who seems to be more serious natured. You kind of get the impression that they're a bunch of bumbling idiots because they seem to be paying more attention to each other and bickering and pointing to berries and stuff than they do to be minding anything else.
Gotcha.
Not today.
I am.
Spaghetti? It's stuck in my head.
I'm going to use my bonus action
Okay.
to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Magic burst.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I need the thingies. Are they on the other side of the screen?
They should be.
Sure. Short arm DM.
I didn't bring those with me.
7,664.
7664.
I feel like we've rolled that one before.
We'll find out.
Oh, no, we haven't.
Okay.
You'll have to roll a D100.
Okay.
The DM will have to roll a D100. There is a 5% chance that the target's weapon will likely sever its wielder's hand.
31.
Did not happen.
Which is a good thing for me, because technically,
Target. Oh, yes. That's right.
technically the target would be me, wouldn't it?
Yep. So it did not happen.
Whew.
Which is neat because your bow and arrow would have severed your hand. And the flavor text
Talk
on
about
that was.
string burn.
Oh! No.
Anyone who's ever shot a bow just hurt internally.
Yep.
Ugh.
Zap.
Now try doing it with really big boobs.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thought I was
It's
gonna
a
lose
thing.
one.
It's a thing.
But that's why the Amazons always had one mastectomy.
It wasn't on purpose. It
No.
was from the string.
Did it just whittle them down or something?
Slowly shaved it off.
This makes so much more sense now. More has been explained to us.
Hey, so there's this tribal ladies with bows.
If they're mad about being lopsided, they can always switch hands. Sorry.
That's why Reggie can't tell us no matter what they write.
We finally know.
We have to tell Ben.
Oh, God, that one hurts.
Oh, it hurts so good. Marisa, you cast Hail of Thorns and then what?
And then I am going to strike one of the two bumbling fools that are standing next to each other.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Here.
Oh, yeah. Expired roll.
Okay. But
Well,
we also
she-
have a known at one as well.
That wasn't a one, unfortunately.
By the way, did you want to use my...
No, that's okay, because I don't have good luck in that thing.
Well, apparently you don't have good luck.
Unless the DM would be so kind and let me use the nat 20.
You know better, but you're cute, so I'll allow it.
Yay!
She failed her wisdom save.
Nat 20!
Oh,
Where's that
pretty
charisma?
lady.
That
So
means...
there's a known at one on the table.
Oh my gosh. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 7 is 19 points. Yeah, 19 points of piercing damage. And then...
Wait, what was your to hit?
A nat
Oh,
Oh,
20.
duh. Just kidding.
Welcome back.
And then...
I forgot I gave it to her because I failed the wisdom save.
the two gnolls standing next to each other must make dex saves. I almost said dextum saves.
Dextum saves.
Dextum saves.
They must have made them dextum saves.
That is a 17.
Darn it. But they still take half. Ha ha ha. So let's see here, that's 8, so they take 4 points of piercing damage. Each.
The one that your arrow hit looks very, very, very not happy.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Perfect. That leaves us to... That was Parisa, Eric, and Rogith. You are tied at 20. You guys can decide whoever's ready.
I'll go.
Okay, I was going to say, go ahead.
I am going to aim at the leader, the one that was giving me lip.
Okay.
And I
Hey,
am
Grouch
going...
Coach.
What's up, Grouch
Hey,
Couch?
Grouch Couch!
I am the one that was giving me lip. I am going to loose my arrow at him using the sharpshooter feat
Okay.
and rakish audacity.
Okay.
I rolled a grand total of 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, I have to work off my hair.
And that is 3, 4, 11, 21 points of damage.
Nice.
He yelps loudly. All right.
You don't scare me.
Oh my.
You're pretty sure he hasn't had his kennel cough shot.
Down boy.
Ooh. Anything else out of you, Eric?
No, because I don't have extra attack.
Okay. Having your arrow fly, Nerevis dive bombs out of the trees at this guy's face and kind of opens her wings in front of his face and just pecks rapidly. Should have you rolling for her, but that's okay because that was a really good roll.
She gets a +6 to hit. Is she using her claws or her beak?
Her beak.
Okay, she gets +6 to hit.
Yep.
But does no damage.
Her beak?
Yeah, it does no damage. You didn't give me any damage.
It's 1d4 plus dex.
7.
And he yowls, and as she flaps away, also she has flyby. She learned it from you. She flits back. You see that there is a very ugly gash above his left eye, and the blood's dripping down, and he's...
You don't scare the bird either.
And you can tell he's like kind of struggling to wipe it away and see out of that eye.
You don't scare the bird either. Down, boy.
Rogith.
Alright. So, I have a question.
I have an answer. And it's in your favor as long as you keep using that accent.
When I attack,
Yes.
does the horse have its own attack, or do I have to use the horse's attack if I were to, say, charge and use its ability?
It would take an... I'm trying desperately to remember if we called that an action or bonus action. I want to say it's an action because it is an attack that takes... Okay, yes, it's an action. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to...
No, that's fine. So, why not? I will do that. I'm going to charge 20 feet forward, wherever that is, and try to use trampling charge.
Ooh.
If the horse moves at least 20 feet towards a creature right before hitting it with a hooves attack, the target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Alright, so I need to make DC 14, and that's on the leader?
That is on
Or the
shaman looking one.
The shaman looking one is that one.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Let me...
But on your horse you got a lot.
Yeah. That was here. Yeah, I can easily make it. Alrighty.
Alright. Oh jeez. He fails hard.
Oh! Goody! Because according to this, if the target is prone, the horse can take a bonus action to make another attack with its hooves against the target. So that is a looks like +4 to hit. Alrighty, so I don't think a 10 hits.
No.
Okay.
But this thing is prone, correct?
Yep.
And it is also very angry right now.
If it's prone, would you have advantage?
Oh. Oh, that one was worse. Alright.
Alright, anything else out of you, Rogith?
Not at this actually, yeah, no, not at this time.
Okay.
I just got corrected. Cool.
Because Brackish Audacity is only melee, correct?
It says within 5 feet of you. I thought it said within 5 feet of it.
Oh, copy.
I got one word wrong.
Right, so give me a holler then. Yeah, I vaguely... Okay.
I'm going to use this one instead. I should have been using that one instead.
Alright, next on is Morwin. You are up, followed by the Gnolls.
Right, these things are much easier to study when they're asleep.
Oh shoot! How close are we to Salt Marsh?
As far away as I can get.
So 22 hit points worth of them go to sleep.
Oh gosh, and it's those two over there?
Uh-huh.
They both fall asleep.
Yes.
Between the two of them, they had exactly 22 left.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's my turn.
Those two fall asleep.
I suggest you stay down.
Your slipper almost hit my trigger. Disadvantage on you, disadvantage on your cow. Alrighty. Awesome sauce. Well, they're not going next. It's then the caster who uses half of his movement to stand up. And Rogith, you very much have his attention. And glaring at you, he starts to...
You still haven't had your points, you dork.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something that could be important to my character.
Not important. Not important at all.
You do or published average if it's under.
Yes.
Cool.
Because I did that for these guys. That's not a normal thing for the Ditter crew, so just a heads up if you get sucked into any other campaigns.
I thought that's what we've been doing.
If you roll less than public, you have
Because that's what we did. When I
31.
Because when I rolled when we just
Oh,
leveled
'cause
in
I was doing
Warrior, I
threes.
rolled like a 2, and Joel let me take average.
Oh, okay. Because previously he's been you can take published average or you can roll. So
Hit
you
points
lucked
now.
the heck out, and he loves you more than me then.
Unless that was something that wasn't supposed to happen. Because I remember asking and you said take average.
Okay. He looks at you and cackles and points his staff at you, and 4 little mini gnolls come flying out of his staff and hit you squarely. Four. 3, 6, 9,
Oh, that's strange. I thought they were born fully formed.
14.
Muslims are 18.
14?
Yes. His magic missiles are shaped like little baby chibi gnolls. And he cackles at you and roars in an attempt to scare your horse, and I'm not even gonna know. The horse laughs at him. He rolled a 1. He goes, the caster, that was them. They're asleep. The leader is very not happy and is going to rush forward towards Eric. And it has a glaive that it swings at the rider and not
So
the horse,
does-
thankfully.
Does that mean he has reach?
No.
'Cause I
Yes,
thought-
it does reach 10 feet.
So he doesn't have to get within 5 feet of me.
Correct. I had to move up because my brain went, he's on horseback, but he doesn't need reach to hit you on horseback.
Well, that also helps me with my next action.
And he swings with it twice. The first one is just a wild miss. He almost accidentally clips your horse's ear with it, just misses it.
Naughty.
And then on the back swing with it, he kind of gets his grip with it. You think maybe the blood had been in his eye or something, and he makes a fairly solid hit with it, doing 8 points of slashing damage to you.
Ouchie.
8?
8.
Erebus. I'm like, why do I only have 18 hit points?
Yeah.
You're looking at the bird.
At least the bird has it.
Right.
I know, right? Our wizard's gonna die the moment somebody sneezes at her.
And next round of initiative. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, no.
I bet you I beat you this time.
Are you gonna use the donut one on them?
No, I'm gonna save the note.
They're
one for when it
awful.
matters.
You're probably fine. Like, let's I should just hand you the XP because with these rolls, you guys are gonna kill them before they move. Parisa,
7.
Eric,
22.
do you want to find a body?
No, I want to make a body.
Maybe it's just sleeping. Those two are
I'll go stab him in the ear.
Morwen
19.
and Rogat.
7.
Woo! You matched with Eric last time. You matched with Parisa this time.
I'm
Going
just gonna
first.
try to go for
Eric, you are up.
I am going to let my bow drop onto the pommel,
Okay.
and I want to ride by the knoll and come around behind it.
Okay.
And as I ride by, I want to draw the rapier and slash at him.
Ooh, roll to hit. Flavor text. I love flavor text.
Actually, you know what?
No, I don't, but you're going to tell me.
No, I'm going to ask you.
Oh, that's better.
Can I have Erebus use her flyby ability to give me aid on distracting it while I attack in this manner?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay. That's a good thing. 'Cause I probably would have missed otherwise. That would be a 23 to hit.
Okay, that does
And
hit
this time,
the poor puppy.
I'm using Rakish Audacity the right way.
How do you know they didn't want to just be friends and eat?
Because he said so, that he wanted to eat the horses.
He didn't say you!
Friendly people don't eat my horse.
Yeah, you know.
No
I have
one
no
eats
argument
my
for
horse.
that. I don't have any argument for that
Friends
logic.
don't eat friends' horses.
My inner 9 is like, you tell him, Eric.
That's another 13 points of damage. And now I'm behind him.
We'll scratch this being a challenge. After Eric, it is Morwen.
Alright. I am going to cast Scorching Ray on the
Quick,
caster.
somebody match it first.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that one doesn't
I'm pretty sure that one.
hit. I don't think an 8 hits. So I got a 17 and a 21.
Okay, those two hit.
Yeah.
That was almost a run.
It was. So 13
Yahtzee.
points of fire damage.
It was almost a run. 1, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
I admire the beauty in front of me.
You're Katie.
All I can hear is Reggie's voice going, that lady is lovely. I can't do Reggie's voice. I can't do most voices consistently. Alright, that brings us to the pack leader, who is very not happy with what is going on between you and the bird, and he is going to...
What's going on between you and me?
I am not going to answer that
Well, you see.
Actually, if I remember correctly, not a damn thing.
Much
I have-
to the bird
Whatever it is, it's the front to Knowles.
question. It must be.
Because they do it the traditional way.
Also, not for lack of trying on the bird's part.
Something had to happen to get that hill, ready.
We planted them.
It rained. Everything got moist.
Oh
probably not gonna knock you unconscious. 13, no, yeah, 23 it might. Are you unconscious?
No.
I mean, I rolled max damage. I'm doing my part here. Did we lose you? No.
I'm
right
live on
here.
mine. Oh no, you haven't lost Eric yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
He was hoping.
If he keeps blessing the rains in Africa, we might.
That's how the Knolls happened.
That's why they're not vampire gnolls. It's the holy water. Parisa and Rogan.
Are you ready, or do you want me to go?
Sure. I'll take a swing at
Here's
this
my
one.
shoulders way up
From you.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Good,
Wait,
'cause
which one?
The
Yeah.
one that
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I am going to hit it with a smite.
Yeah. Smite that
Get it.
boy.
And then it's what, 2d8 on top of that?
No, smite. Yep.
Yeah. Here it is.
So that is 9 radiant
Once this
and
channel's getting up and stuff up, I'm gonna
another
put you on the mentions.
28. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22 points of damage.
Dang.
Only?
Yeah, because I forgot to rage, which I'm going to do now.
Now you're reaching.
Wow! You shouldn't have hit me!
I forgot about that, and I'm really happy now. Parisa, save us all.
I am going to shoot at the leader dude.
Okay.
With
My bow. Oh, it's an advantage. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
It was technically worse. I rolled an 18 and a 19. So that's a 25 to hit.
No. I'm sure it does. That was worth the look on your face.
Does a 29 hit?
So that is max at 12 points of piercing damage.
CD, where's Zardo's outfit?
Yeah. We thought about buying it for him.
No, that's just Throwaxle.
Jeez. All right.
That was fun scoring my entire party.
I
Especially
had,
Sarah.
I had forgotten about that. You showed it to me. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about that. It's wrong.
It is
Nervous
now
for
the
remembering.
caster's turn, and I need, because you're still on your horse. I need
You
a con save from the horse.
Uh-oh.
What's that? Oh,
His horse. Yeah. His horse is out.
That 13?
okay. It's not quite enough. He's thunder waving.
Oh, gotcha.
So I had to stop and think for a minute which one of you was making the con save to keep from getting
Push back.
pushed back. So I'm, yeah. That just makes sense to me, so I'm doing it that way.
This is about the only time, or this is one of the skills that they took off that they should have kept on, is the writing skill.
Right. So.
I really like the
You know what?
writing skill.
On the character sheets we did have blank spots on them.
Yep.
Or
Should we
find a
just-
spot. Put
Yeah.
writing on there. It's gonna be dex based.
Writing his dex?
Yep.
Dex.
And I'm gonna say it's something you can get proficiency in the more you do.
So that's plus.
Because I agree. I
It is one of the few skills that vanished that is
Well, it does.
really
it
nice.
makes sense.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
mean,
So do you want me to make a writing check? Or save or whatever?
yeah, actually I make a riding too to see if you were unseated from the horse or if you just scoot with him.
Switching.
8.
Thump, thump.
You and the horse are pushed back and you are dismounted from the horse. And you and the horse take. Ooh.
that was me falling off the horse.
Okay.
Nice forward.
Good sound effects.
Take 7 points of damage.
Don't worry, Dad. The ground caught you.
That wasn't me.
He was just doing a gravity check, seeing if it was still there.
It's there.
I fought the law and the law won.
All right. So that was that. The caster, as he pushes, because you guys are knocked back 15 feet.
Yeah, right about there.
Okay.
And he kind of cackles, and he seems to be doing one of these and really taking a measure of the battlefield and taking a moment and letting his gaze rest on each of you. And it seems like this guy, not only are the lights on, but someone is home as well.
Creepy. Well, that's disturbing.
And that leaves us to the sleeping ones, and they are sleeping because they have not taken damage and no one has tried to wake them up.
Strange.
So,
It's alright, they're so much easier to examine this way. You get all the best diagrams.
lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize. Next round of initiative.
They're wearing clothes.
You know what? Yes, these gnolls are wearing kilts
There we go.
because that amuses me.
They're born fully dressed even.
Ooh,
And
finally,
properly
rolling
dressed
better.
at that.
Ooh, okay. Rogith,
21.
Morwen,
14.
Eric,
26.
show off, Parisa,
17.
and Parisa's the one with +2 to initiative.
I've got a +7 to initiative.
Yeah, I know. You're special. Starting things off is Eric.
Swashbuckler. I am going to run at the caster on the horse,
Do it.
using disengage from cunning action.
What are you coming at me for?
Other caster. And I am going to get low on
Rinse
the
it
horse.
out really well and then go ahead and start working on it.
I'm going to get low on the horse.
Where do I put it?
Oh, upstairs with you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, say that again,
And
Eric.
see about running him through.
With your rapier?
Yeah.
You're jousting with a rapier.
I
Interesting.
can go beside him and just.
Oh,
'cause
you know
I've
what?
got movement speed.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. I don't like the mounted combatant feat and the way it's done in the PHB. I feel like it's... So I'm not going to make you... Did you crit?
Yes.
Roll damage. And then roll an extra d10. Don't add the full d10, but just roll an extra d10.
$39 points
Ooh,
of damage.
crap.
This is how we do it.
And I need you to make a riding check.
16.
Okay, you are just fine. It went in, your rapier went to the hilt. And then as you go by, you are able to turn in such a way to dislodge it without being unseated from your horse. As he turns,
Put me 5 feet beside him.
one of the horse's back hoofs clips him solidly in the head, which is where the other D10 came from. And he's laying there, coughing, blood sputtering. He's still alive, but he does not have a lot of dignity left.
I'm not afraid of you either.
Anything else, or is that quite enough?
Nerevis gets to attack the leader.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. I'm gonna let you guys have control of your animal companions.
And I'm going to assume that's a miss. It's a 13.
On the leader?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Perfect. That was Eric. Next up is Rogith.
Well, being they pushed me so far back, I'm going to spin around and smack this sucker.
I just switched
Would you-
targets.
Lockout, tag out. Roll the hit.
Alright.
You can have this one, I'll take the other one.
Okay. So that is I'm thinking that is a miss. That's a 13.
It messed with the bird,
Yes.
it messed with you.
Alright. Anything else from you, Rogus?
Is lay on hands a bonus or is that an action?
It's a free action, isn't it?
Lay on hands
Action.
It is
is
action.
an
Action?
action.
So
Roll the roundhouse. Nobody's playing a monk.
Hey,
Hey,
Krabby!
Krabby!
so that will be
No,
it
our
for the
monk
timer.
was. Our monk died.
He's just sleeping. Hey,
Why
honey,
am I just not hearing
I
about
found a
this?
body.
So did I, and I brought mine here.
This one doesn't smell bad.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Gentle repose was cast.
Freaking TRG.
Oh, I don't
It
even
was
want
so bad. Joe was a Kenku that just mimicked what everyone else said.
I decided to play him a little bit closer to
Did
the...
you end up DMing?
No, Patrick did.
Patrick did, okay.
I'm not a fan of the TRGs. As far as playing, I enjoy watching them. I don't do evil. Alright.
Drive safe, Krabby.
Have a safe drive, Krabby.
Yes, please be safe. Alright, so it is... That was everything, Rogith?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it is the leader's turn, and he is a little outraged at this point. And he is going to swing his glaive at you
Alright.
twice.
Okay.
Why he's so upset? He started it.
Ooh.
He did too.
This is very true.
That is... Because yours is... it's 20 and 21 to hit.
Yes.
They both hit?
No,
Or
20.
your
Actually,
AC is 20, isn't it?
my AC is 21 because I
21?
had shield.
And you have your shield out and on?
Yes.
He did.
Okay, yep, then they both miss.
Ting ting.
Ah!
Look over my shoulder. He's not afraid of you either.
My turn, beastie.
He's starting to rethink his life choices and try to remember where he buried that last corpse. Parisa, you are up, followed by Morwin.
I am.
That was stuck in my head, Sam.
Sorry.
Bless the rain.
Actually, you started it.
Did I? I
Yeah.
did. No, Joe didn't. No, wait, I might have. I don't. It's not important. It's your fault. I'm the DM. I'll tell you who to blame.
We said that using a flower was an action to do,
Mhm.
correct? Okay. And I will save that, and I will shoot the.
Because otherwise, you're too OP at level 2 or 3 and 4. Well, when you get them, you're 2, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. No, I get those at level 1.
Yeah.
You're gonna pluck yourself.
No, these aren't. Kind
Oh, the dozens. The dozens.
Yes.
We'll have to explain to you about dozens and my ability to DM with words.
I am going to shoot the Knoll leader.
Ooh.
That is a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that might hit.
and that is for another 5 points of piercing damage.
Magic burst is on the table.
Ooh, thanks, Reppin. Alrighty. Anything else out of you, Parisa?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Lufer is hanging back per your specifications.
Yep, and that's right where I want
But
him.
he is boofing from there vigorously. Boof, boof, boof. Mom said stay. I hate this. Boof, boof, boof. I'm waiting for the dog. Oh, I just woke Dozer up. I feel really bad now. Morwin, you were up.
Alright.
I'm on a doesn't shirt. That will have to be our next shirt. Someone pointing at a descent on the ground, and underneath it says, "I found a body." And then the descent is labeled. That is our next shirt. Sorry, continue.
Scorching around later.
Magic burst.
Magic burst.
What happened before or after?
After.
9,819.
I don't know the 9,000s.
So it's 11, 18, and 21.
The 18 and the 21 hit.
This is purely cosmetic, honey.
Okay.
So you'll have to have fun with this one.
13 fire damage.
Oh, okay.
It's purely cosmetic, but you can have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually make a note of that.
Did it grow something?
No. No, the only one that's grown anything was the time that Karana got hit with a magic burst and her arm became as long as her body.
This thing is bleeding profusely. It's singed. It's extremely angry and huffing, and it does not look well at all at this point.
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
Right now you can't tell. But if you stay a while, then you'll see a difference. Okay. Dang it! This is why we don't get anything done. I'm okay with that. Initiative games.
We need to do Twitch sings.
Find a way to do it. It is the caster's turn, and this thing is
I just went.
not doing well. He uses half of his movement to stand up
Again.
again.
I use my attack of opportunity to knock him down again.
No. But you will get an AO as he, after surveying the battlefield, turns and flees to the Ange direction.
To the Ange direction.
Well,
I am now a direction.
To the east.
He runs into a bush.
okay, and Krabby had to correct, he is emotionally spicy.
I like that.
I like the fact that he pulled over just to Oh, Krabby, we love you.
Emotionally spicy. I like that. Once again, Krabby is my spirit animal.
So that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that might hit.
And that is 12 more points of damage.
Ooh. He's still moving, but I mean, it's the I'm running for my life moving.
Yep.
You don't think that he's.
So wait, he's moving this way.
You don't
How
think
many,
there's.
how many feet?
Oh geez, he's gonna double move, so 60.
Okay. I have a question.
Answer.
How dense is this forest?
It's not super thick, but he's. You know what? Move him 50. I'll give him a 5 for
I'm
each.
looking more toward, could I keep an eye on him?
Oh yeah, put him back 60. I just didn't want to have the debate. Yeah, you could. It's not so thick that you can't keep an eye where he's going.
Perfect.
Think like your typical movie forests that are just magically somewhat groomed so you can see a distance. I mean, there's branches and stuff in the way, but that's him. And the others are sleeping. They're still sleeping. They're snoring, and the one, his lip is doing the thing when he snores. Next round of initiative. That sleep made all the difference in the world. That and the initiatives for them has been effectively 3, 4, 11, 4. And oh, sure, and he gets the good one. Rogath.
17.
Morwen.
6. So slow I couldn't read it.
Yes, please, Eric.
19.
You're just staring at the little.
Hey, you got under 20. I'm proud of you. Parisa.
19. I'm pretty sure I rolled a 19, but it slipped, and when I picked it up, it was a 13, so we're going with 19.
Alright, perfect. Parisa and Eric and the caster all tied. So Parisa and Eric, you can go first.
Reset.
I'm shooting at the one that's running away.
Alright,
That would be the caster.
rolled it.
I miss.
What was it?
A 9.
Not in that one.
Oh, she likes horses.
How far away is he right now? 60 feet?
60.
She thinks she's pretty too.
I'm going to sheath my rapier.
Okay.
I'm going to draw my bow and pull out an arrow.
Are you dropping your rapier or sheathing
I'm
it?
sheathing it and drawing my bow
Okay.
and knocking an arrow.
Okay. Any movement out of you?
No.
Okay. Are you having Nerevis do anything?
She can attack the guy, the leader.
Okay.
With Rogueth by him, would she get advantage? Actually, no, she's not going to attack. She's going to aid Rogueth to give him advantage on his next attack.
Perfect.
Cool.
That's actually a really good way to use her. I'm proud of you. Alright, Parisa and the caster. Parisa, go ahead.
I already went.
Never mind.
I missed,
Go
remember?
again. Go again.
Oh,
You totally could have and I wouldn't have got it.
that would have been a 19. No, on the die.
This is why I drink after stream and not before. But after this morning, I felt like I deserved one.
She thinks you're pretty too.
That's never been a question. Right. He is going to move another 60 feet. So he is 120 feet away. Just leave him on the edge where he is. Rogueth, you are up.
Right.
Followed by the leader.
Swing at this guy.
He remembered.
That would be a 16 to hit.
16 is in fact... Ooh. Tag goes to defender.
Ah, dang.
Anything else out of you, Rogueth?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. It is the leader's turn, and he
I know, right?
he looks around and is just... When he sees the casters fled, you watch that moment come over his face of... crap. And he swings wildly at you twice. With his glaive. And that's a miss and a 23. So the 23 will hit you. Finally, I get to hit you with something.
But I'm also raging, so.
Yeah, so
Which is
that's...
helpful.
Well, it's max damage, 13, so you take 6.
6. Okay.
What?
You.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Morwin, you are up, followed by the sleeping sleepers of sleepiness.
Hey, I'm gonna jingle my bells at the leader there. So that's a DC 14 Wisdom save.
You are going to toll the bells, aren't you?
That is a 16, so he does save.
Okay, so he doesn't take 1 point of damage.
Don't
He
you
does
do
not
more
take-
damage if he's...
I thought
Yeah,
he
it's
was-
D12
Yeah.
instead of a D8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Toll the Dead's a saver stock,
I've
isn't
never
it?
used I've never used this spell before, that's why I'm
Vistra
asking.
just
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
D8 if he's not hurt, a D12 if he is hurt.
I thought there was a
It's fine.
caveat, though.
No.
I don't think there is for Toll the Dead. For the other one, there is the synaptic one that Vistra and I
Okay.
got. There was for that one. Alright, and yeah, they're sleeping. Alright, next and most likely last round of initiative. And then we'll go to break.
Are you kidding me?
13, 14.
Buffering.
Why? 1, 4, 11, 4, 5. Prisa.
Likes horses.
Got it. Eric.
23.
Morwin.
12.
And Rogueth.
15.
All right, Eric, you are the Aramil of this campaign.
But less elfy.
Yeah, much less healthy. The
We have to bear with both of them, though.
the leader here,
Put a pause on that one.
the leader here
It was Grizzly.
seems to be pretty well underhand.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action.
What's your trigger?
When he finishes running his turn, I'm going to attack.
Okay. Still got pretentious hunter. All right. Next up, ironically enough, after Eric is the caster with a 17, and he moves 60 more feet, so he's 180. You missed, didn't ya?
Oh, I did more than miss.
It's a 1, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't hit the horse.
Oh no, I had to aim up because of drop.
Fair.
You go to let the arrow fly, and you're not sure how you didn't see it in your line of vision, but there was a branch and it caught just right.
I draw another one.
Do you have ink and a quill?
Yeah.
I've got chalk.
That'll work. You successfully draw another arrow. All right, next up is Rogith.
I want to take this strip down. Do I get a then from your birdie?
I will use her to.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it helped much.
Nope.
You guys are having a battle of the misses.
We are.
Alright, that one's going away.
All right, it is the leader's turn, and he is again. He's frustrated, and he quits swinging at you, and is now aiming for your horse.
I'm off my horse.
Never mind, you're off your horse.
Mhm.
He's swinging at you.
Okay.
You got knocked on his butt.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! I get to hit you. Sorry, that's an 18 and a 19 on the die. I finally get to hit you. 23 and 24. Should not be excited about hitting my players. It just the odds of hitting him are it's so hard to hit.
15% chance to hit.
I rolled a freaking 1 and a 2. All right, so you take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You take 9 points of damage, but you're raging, so you take 4. Dang it!
So yes, the leader is well underhand. I'm not worried about him right now.
So mad right now. I finally hit you, and I do like the absolute minimum. All right, Morwin's up,
Improves.
followed by Parisa.
I'm gonna
This
stop
one needs to
using
be
this
done
thing.
already, so magic missile on the leader.
That's not bad.
9 damage.
Doom.
Thump, thump, thump.
Hey, that's what you get. You better be nice to horses in the future.
I love it.
What future?
Who wants to skin it?
Parisa, you're up. There's one that's 120 feet away, and there's 2 sleeping.
180 feet away.
180. Thank you.
So if I shoot at it, would I have disadvantage or no?
What is the minimum range of a longbow? Or
It's
before it
150,
goes
600.
after 150, you roll at disadvantage.
Okay,
Right,
but
first
I'm
person.
gonna move.
I thought it was 320 for a longbow.
150, 600.
Okay.
It's 320 is the max on a short bow.
Okay, that's where that's coming from.
And you know what? That's okay. I will roll at disadvantage. Well, probably not gonna hit. That's a 12 to hit. Is that a hit?
Ty goes to defender.
Dang
Oh.
it! Oh.
Ouch. Yeah.
Ouch.
Alright, and then it's the sleeping ones. I'm gonna just give you guys initiative. You can go in whatever order you want. This thing is gonna continue running,
So he's
but I'm gonna let you
sitting
guys
at
go
somewhere
first.
between 180 and 240 feet away.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter.
Okay. At disadvantage?
No.
Oh, because
Sharpshooter. My min range, max range is 600.
Yep.
And I roll normally. And that would be one shy of hitting him. I rolled an 11.
Darn.
total.
Minus 5 plus 1 plus 6. So it should be 12. Never mind. Yep.
I'm gonna try and shoot him again if I can.
Go for it.
I'm gonna probably coup de grace these two sleeping beauties.
Oh,
Are you gonna coup de grace?
Yeah.
I need
Okay,
I needed to
pick
roll a
one
12 to hit him, and I rolled an 11.
and kill it. Okay, that one's dead.
Evil samurai.
I hit him this time.
I also hit him this time. Unfortunately, I did not hit him with
Well,
the crit because
You guys don't get to roll until Morwen gets to go.
I know.
Wait, I get to. You said I could go.
Oh yeah, you did. You hit him this time. Sorry,
Yeah.
my brain went. I love you. You can hit him.
I hit him this time. Unfortunately, it was at disadvantage, so I don't get my crit.
Okay.
But that's not bad. That's another 10 points of piercing damage.
He's down.
Haha.
He had 4 HP left.
Haha.
So Morwen, you're up. There's one sleeping one, and everything else is dead.
Let's go from shocking grasping.
You're gonna shocking grasp the sleeping one. He gets jolted awake. Who's here? Keenan. Oh. I knew it was someone not normal because Aaron's like,
I saw a flashlight and I'm
darkness.
going, what's going on?
did I not put the porch light on?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right,
It's just a shroud of darkness.
This guy is
Salutations. Have a seat.
jolted awake as you shock and grasp him, and it's 10 after, so we're gonna go to break, and when we return, we'll find out what this Noel has to say. Alright, bye guys, see you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
See you in a bit.
What am I getting? 3, right?
3.
3. Like I said, that's
Okay.
I had to take the walk of shame for me.
Okay. Oh, dude. Oh, sorry.
One of the problems of being a guy.
Oh, got it.
So we're live again.
That's all right.
But I'm also concerned and kind of want to know what happened, but as long as you're okay, I guess that's all that's important.
Let's just say that sometimes crossing your legs is a bad idea.
I don't get it, but you guys seem to all understand.
Yep.
Squish.
Crunch.
Oh! Ooh! I don't have them and it hurts.
I was looking at the book, I went to cross my legs and went, Mother!
I'll
Aaron
take
goes, are you alright? I'm like, nope. It's like, you don't look like it.
I'll help you later. Or attempt to.
Oh.
Alrighty, so,
Yes, we are late, but not for anything important. It's just a strain.
Only like 3
I'm-
minutes late.
He's picking on us, so I'm playing back.
We're not nearly as late as we normally are.
I know, right?
we went to break at 8:12. We're technically 1 minute late.
I'm working.
Oh, I screwed up.
Alright, so Morwen shocking grasped this knoll and it jolts awake with a noise. And it's laying there bewildered. Its fur is all puffed out like a poodle that stuck a fork in a light socket.
That's an interesting reaction. Start writing in my notebook.
Please just work easier.
If you value your life, beastie, you'll stay down.
Yeah, you don't roll damage for that because they were already injured. And depending on how much damage your shocking grasp did, he may or may not have woken up from it.
Yeah. Isn't it like an automatic crit?
Yeah. Actually,
Yep.
it is.
So D8. Well, 8 plus my
They
roll.
were
Yep.
already damaged.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have slept in.
Oh.
13.
He has 1 hit point left. He's very dazed. And he's doing that kind of this ragged breathing, looking around. No, yeah, pun intended, shocked and bewildered.
Seem even more interesting, actually.
Thank you, Defenders of Kobold.
Thank
I
you.
recognize your name from Twitter.
Good.
Cheers! Alright, so you have a gnoll laying on its
Okay.
back with barely alive,
From-
panting.
Oh, I haven't moved.
Okay.
I was practicing
Crabby.
my sharpshooter.
Okay, gotcha.
No hurt! No hurt! No hurt! Oh, hurt much.
Alright, now tell me a little more. How do you reproduce? Do you really just come off the ground?
This is-
He looks around with this very confused look on his face, looking for anyone other than you to speak with.
we
Um,
have been.
I mean, there's a kleptobird.
Yeah. I'm also pointing my hammer at him threateningly.
you have his eye at the, he's going back and forth, and Rogat, what you want?
How many more of you are there?
They can't count well.
Hmm.
They're not the most intelligent dogs out there.
More than this. More than Paz.
Huh.
I wonder if that's
So
more
more
than
than
2
2?
or more than. Yeah. Yeah, the pretty one's got me.
And he starts kind of like naming him off his head. Leader, Gnarl, Growl, Fangtooth.
Where did you come from?
Came out the ground, I told you. That's how they're born.
And he just kind of points at her and Morwin like,
Somebody's gonna have to start counting over.
yes! Leader, Growl.
We'll just start removing fingers as he counts. He can't lose track that way.
Leader, Growl.
Gnarl?
Talk to leader.
Leader,
Can't we broke it?
You're a leader now.
No.
do you want to wear the red shirt or the gold shirt?
Which generation is it?
Beam me up.
You stick to blue, you're usually safe.
He's positive about it. Yes, Krabby.
Krabby must be home now.
Yeah. They were
Hopefully
barking
he's
up the
home.
wrong tree for me.
Please don't be driving.
I know,
I'll,
right?
you let me go, I'll tell you things. Secret things. Leader things. Leader to leader. Arr.
You'll tell us and we'll think about letting you go.
And his tail kind of tucks a little bit. He's like,
Hey, like, how'd you get born
And
off
then
the ground?
from-
How does that work?
From way over there.
I'm gonna move.
you
And
speak
he's-
the word.
He's the nice one.
What word do you speak?
And I will speak the word.
He knows.
Take a look at the trees over there.
And you do see. Are you saying it fairly loudly, Eric?
Oh yeah.
And a patch of ground, like a trapdoor, goes and raises up.
Was it barking again? Was it barking again?
I actually wrote down the word.
No, Krabby, we already have a dog, and our dog is smarter.
Much.
So, are you letting Lufer come over yet?
Yeah, I'll call Lufer over to me.
Lufer lops on over and starts sniffing vigorously.
What is it,
So
Lufer?
what secret thing?
He's looking at the knoll and kind of tilting his head, and the knoll's looking at him, tilting his head. And
Like
Pretty
Dozer
much.
in the violin?
yes.
While they're having their conversation, I would like to rummage through the bodies. and see what there is to find.
Alright, you find which body are you searching?
All of them.
Oh, that was a good crack.
Hmm?
That was my neck. Go ahead and roll me percentile, Eric. These ones are not sleeping.
1/3.
They were sleeping.
33.
We fixed it.
You find a lot of gross stuff. Their weapons are not amazing. You find a coin pouch that does not have coins in it. It looks like it's a collection of fingernail clippings. There's a piece of an ear in there, some small rocks, and some desert feathers.
Apples?
Gentle repose. Definitely. Yes.
Bread.
I mean, there's one. The one that was the caster. You find.
I like that name.
Mm-hmm.
You
Lord
find
Mercier.
a.
I like that a lot.
Are you a fan of books?
Yes.
Yes.
You find a manacle.
A manacle?
A manacle. But it strikes you as odd because it is pristinely clean. And nothing on or about these knolls is clean. And it's almost shiny clean. And it's
What
a
was
manacle?
this for?
and 3 links of chain. And then it looks like the center of the one chain was severed or melted. And there's runes on it.
What was this for?
Make the finger wigglers no wingle. I mean,
Paper titties.
Make their finger wigglers do what now?
So it's birth control.
no!
God, me.
Grammy, you know what to do.
Make the finger wiggles do what now?
The finger wigglers.
Oh.
They do things and they.
I quit.
Right, so the casters can't cast, I get it, but still.
You just got it?
Yeah. I didn't realize that was you.
Who did she?
Just somebody in chat.
Oh. So you didn't realize that was me?
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Oh wait, that's you?
Wait, was that an honest realization?
Yes!
So bad.
I told us. You came right in and you said, "Oh, Lord Bresinger." I was like, "Yeah, Fan of Aragon too, huh?" I was like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about it.
"Huh."
Yeah, no, I thought you noticed the name in chat too, and you're like, oh yeah, cool, another
You
fan.
didn't realize that was me right away. Yeah.
It's your Discord name.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hurt in all the right places with you.
This is why I can't have nice things.
What do you mean,
That was fantastic.
I feel smart.
the magic. They wiggle their fingers and things happen. It makes it so they can't do that. They don't finger wiggle.
Your
Right,
words
we-
got so
we
much
wiggled-
better now.
We wiggle fingers and everything magical happens.
What happened to this one?
It put it on the wrong person, and they went. Dum. We thought they were magic. It wasn't magic.
Mm.
It's when they go to bleh, it goes bleh, and it goes bleh, make shaman really powerful.
It steals their magic. Gives it to the other feller.
Yeah, I think make shaman go boom boom.
Hey, we did that to your shaman as well.
Shaman go boom boom.
We all went there.
I don't know. You might need more. You might need new shamans if they all go boom boom.
Are you boom booming?
Is that a shaman or a sharpie?
Don't
I
squeeze
have
the
made
shaman.
Don't squeeze the shamans.
I quit.
gentlemen, this has been Nerevis. Thank you for joining us.
Only 21 hours left to go.
Oh no. Brooke, we were looking for other half.
For who?
Golden Eyes.
Gold Eyes.
Gold Eyes. Yeah.
What else about Gold Eyes? Tell me more about Gold Eyes.
Give me more.
Wiggles fingers, goes woo.
Is he like you?
Not he. Not he. Sorry. What's in the back of your head? I don't have one tonight. Front loading boom booms.
Right.
Oh.
So does Golden Eyes look like you?
Looks like but less mushrooms.
My mushrooms, how dare you?
Shrooms.
Thought you were nice, you're all wearing
Where
the
do
proper
I
kilts
find
and everything,
gold
and
eyes?
then you go and say something like this.
You gotta get. Do you have backpacks? For shame.
Where did you see Gold Eyes last?
City?
And when he points,
He's pointing towards the city.
where we just came from?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So what was
What?
Chief made Gold Eyes run away.
And now your chief is dead.
No, not that chief. That leader. Chief.
Where is Chief?
I thought you
Chief?
was laughing about the boom boom again.
Swamp.
Where?
Swamp.
How far away is the swamp?
Many woos away. Many moons.
Many
Owls.
Remind me afterwards, I have to show you the werewolf mouse. There's a legitimate...
Yeah.
Werewolf mouse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not actually called a werewolf mouse, but its nickname is a werewolf mouse.
Why?
Because it howls.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. What did I just...
Saw it on Natural Geographic.
Here
I think it
is
was.
the shaman. Yeah, many moons away.
Is Golden
like,
Eyes
"Ooh, guys."
the one in chains? Or is Golden Eyes friend of yours?
No. Need put Golden Eyes in chain.
Okay.
For Key Lady.
Okay.
Key lady.
She's key to the plot.
Yeah.
Oh!
What does this
Oh,
key lady look like?
Woman.
Me never seen Key Lady.
Is Golden Eyes the, Does Golden Eyes,
Yeah.
I'm really tired.
You'll do that one hit point and he'll just die.
I can do subdual.
Ah.
Norm.
Wait, I have herbs. Maybe I can make a stimulant.
There's a difference between stimulant and hallucinogenic.
She's got the hallucination.
Hey, I'm good at those. The sole purpose of the herbalism bit.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Wow, I'm surprised he did it to you.
Oh,
No. He's not gonna risk his priestess.
I'm surprised he didn't do it to me. With me and Krabby
Fair.
spamming it for him.
Aw, Kiki's advantage. Yay!
You're next.
I've been waiting all night, Patrick.
Oh,
And there's only one left.
Key
I
Lady
know.
wants Gold Eyes.
Come on, Krabby, get it.
Okay. And are there other big plans?
Yeah?
Can you tell me about big plan?
No.
tell me about Big Plan. I will make you hurt for a very long time and not die.
But I don't know big plans. I just know there are.
Chief know them?
Yeah?
Okay.
Subdual or...
I'm gonna knock him out.
And his tongue's hanging out.
What do you suggest we do with this one?
How about we tie him up and leave him in the little pocket there, and when we make our way back to town, we can...
You didn't even ask his name, and I had a name for this one.
You can't put them back after they've been born. It does not work that way.
Watch.
I know it enough.
You've got a point. You're very pretty.
Thank you.
Thankfully, it does wear off after it.
It might not.
Are you high right now?
Nope. So I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll have to just lash him up. I'm looking at the ragtag crew of dead misfits here.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
she had a thought.
I'm gonna
It's apparently surprising.
tie him up
Okay,
using the cloth and rags and whatnot that they have, and just tie him up,
okay,
and then toss him in the hole.
okay. Are you going down there at all, or just tossing him in?
I'm going to go down there because tossing him in would probably kill him.
Okay,
By the way, regain 15 hit points.
yay!
I had 3 left.
Ooh.
Oh jeez, yeah, no. You two get together and grab your horse. Your horse got hit. Your horse got hit, didn't it? Oh wait, so get in a group.
The Loxlies are weird creatures, you know?
You two men, get together and grab the horse.
You know what they say about combos?
Each of you get 8 hit points back.
Are you using a flower or field
Yes,
medic?
I am using a flower because it's a cone.
Yeah, you guys watch Parisa pull out her flower and blow, and the pollen goes out in a cone and heals you.
Yar.
I feel.
So she blocked herself.
Those flowers are different. You'll notice in her hair there are
Dragons After
light
Dark
blues,
showed up early, right, Drabby?
light blue, purple, like smaller flowers. These ones are more along the lines.
They look almost more like lotus blossoms, or
Well, that's where you keep the big buxom flowers.
oh my gosh, the big white floaty water flowers. Water!
Lily.
Water lily?
Lily.
River leaf?
Not water lilies. The
Lily pad?
yeah.
Yes, water lilies.
Because the lily pad is
Oh my
dead.
god, never mind. Please don't clip that. Yeah, the river leaves. Yeah.
River leaf.
Water lilies?
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you, Gabs.
I am.
Do you know your characters'
She had one of
names?
her pass out moments.
I know. This is why I keep saying I need to drop some campaigns, because by the time Saturday night comes around, I've DM'd. I have a game Thursday morning, I have a game Friday morning, I have a game Saturday morning, and then I DM Saturday night. And by the time I get here,
distract you.
I'm at an inn.
Sitting in it.
We're sitting in an inn.
Alright, so what do I see down there as I drag the unconscious gnoll down there?
The smell of wet fur rankness hits you square. This room is 20 by 20, and then there is a tunnel to the north, and there is a door to the west.
As I get down there and notice this, we could probably do some exploring down here. There's more to it than just a hole like the goblins have.
Well, let's take a look. Make sure that
Yeah, those are the
none of
fallopian
these
tubes.
beasties are.
Well, then we'll have to kill the,
Then we'll
Wait.
sterilize the hill.
Thank you for the sub, Lord
Oh,
Grissom here.
thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you.
Wait, what happens if a Loxley takes fire damage?
Good question, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you are talking about a Sylvari.
Yeah, and
Essentially,
that's what I'm considering. I don't know. It depends on how old and brittle and dried out they are.
I mean, there's an easy way for
So
me
the
to
old
find out.
matron just.
Yeah, let's just have her fire real
But
quick.
she's not. She's so crazy.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Maybe you can singe the edges and make her look a little more.
We'll discuss
Like a
it.
toasty marshmallow.
Yeah.
Oh, that does bring
Well,
up
with Rourke,
the other
you have
question
to
I
be
have
Yeah.
is the
Sublord.
Thanks. We'll give her back
I
when we're done.
resent that.
the essentially charm person effect that Loxlies have.
Yeah.
Does it just work on humans?
Humanoids.
So would it have technically worked on the gnolls?
No, because of their intelligence. Well,
You're too dumb to realize how pretty you are.
Thank you.
Beauty is in the
I-
eye of the beholder.
I'm just asking because it could seriously sway future fights.
yeah. If they're not familiar with Loxleys, then yes.
Okay.
So it would not have worked on this group of gnolls, but that doesn't mean that it won't work on gnolls.
They're familiar with Loxlies?
This group was. Sorry, your character wouldn't know that. The
Okay.
player now knows it.
That's okay.
The character doesn't.
That's okay. That's fine. It's fine.
I agree. We should take a look. See what's going on.
Alright, let's get a raid on in there.
I will.
Give her an exam.
There's something about the way you
So-
describe
The gnolls had a hidden compartment in the earth, and the door popped open, so she assumes that that's how they're born.
After you make that comment, I'm just going to turn and look over my shoulder at the rest of the group.
Sublord.
What did I miss? This is gonna be our lives now. You know this, right?
So
Speaking of
because
Irish.
he subbed,
Yeah.
Rippin put in chat, thanks
Yeah.
for the sublord.
I get that, but I didn't come across until you said it that way.
It's my sublord. You can't have it.
Here I'm thinking, nominee Papa.
Whoever says prayers go unanswered. I mean, that just got disproved. Your shirt is now in play, Thaco. You just show them later.
As you make that quip about going in and examining her, yes, Mother Earth, we should check this out.
Hey, that's a good plan.
The
Like,
door,
is just going.
the door to the west is pretty solid. It looks very out of place. A frame has been wedged into this tunnel,
Maybe Kleptobird can find a key.
and it is,
Nah, I have a better answer.
and there is a sturdy iron lock on it. The tunnel to the
Jingle,
north is
jingle,
just an open
jingle.
tunnel.
Jingle,
Lockpicking?
jingle.
Thank you for not jingling the car keys.
That would be a grand total of 25.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
You can pay for those in straight.
Ancient chimes.
Pay for what?
Ancient Chinese secret.
Net ones.
She's really at
What's
25?
Chinese?
25.
The DC was 20. And I thought it would be. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you get the door open.
I rolled really high. I rolled a 17.
I am going to take the time to tie off the horses
Okay.
and create a perimeter around them.
With.
Cordon of arrows.
Okay.
And I will task Lufer with guarding them.
Oof. Now, I have to say, are you taking time to. I know you trained with him some and he knows basic commands. For the more complicated stuff, I am just assuming that you are counting in. Counting in boof.
Boof, 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 boof.
This isn't helping me.
Right?
That you are talking in boof.
25, I'm guessing 2. 2.
Can't make too many puppy noises. We'll activate that dog.
I know.
Where did this come from?
Backpack explodes. Dog shows up.
Yes.
What do I see behind door number 1?
It is actually a fairly nicely furnished office. There is a desk, there is a rug, and there is a small bookshelf with a golden candelabra on it.
A hobbit must live here.
Yes. Let's look for a golden ring.
Do you have to attune to the dog to woof it into existence?
Yes. No. No.
So clear.
Sorry. No, you do not.
So is that a maybe?
That is a definite maybe.
That's a Minnesota. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, but no.
So I would like to make sure that said candelabra is lit
Okay.
and investigate
Lit
the room.
AF.
It is lit.
It looks like they were in process of continuing on. There's the beginning in the back of the office, like an alcove that looks like it's being turned into a hallway or a second room, but it wasn't finished being dug yet. And there is
This is not a null piece of work. This was by something much more intelligent.
there is a desk
Didn't
that
have to try
has
too hard.
3 drawers in it, and the bookshelf actually has a considerable number of books on it.
Are there
Oh,
any
hey, I'd like to
pants?
look at those.
I'm sorry, what, Eric?
Are there any pants?
Pants?
Yeah. The desk had 3 drawers in it. Are there any pants?
It's not a closing. It's not a clothing. Oh! Bloomers, no!
I would like to check said drawers.
I was like, why would there be pants at the desk? Ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to check the
I
desk.
haven't had enough.
I would like
I
to
could
check
tell.
the desk. Look inside each of the drawers.
You find papers. You find a map of the city of Silas. You find a map of the area that has notations on it for where these underground hideouts are
Oh, that's pretty nice.
and where they would like them to be. Thankfully, you see that there's not very... Excuse me. There's not very many. I'm just gonna wait a minute. We done now? No, we're good. We good? We're good. Tomorrow's S&M, right? Krabby, I have barely slept for 2 days, so I'm running low.
Where's S&M and now we have a sublord.
My life is getting better every minute, just to be clear. Sorry, Backo.
Yeah.
Welcome to our house.
Glad you could have me.
So which
So
one
are
has
we.
a sublord?
There's
Never mind, I
only
can reach
2
Okay.
that you have not
Oh,
found.
my goodness.
And you know one of them the knights had found. So that means that there is only 1 left. And you're fairly certain, knowing that the direction that the guards were being sent out with the 1 team of knights, that they were going almost directly towards it.
Okay.
The rest of them are excavation sites, and they're marked with places they would like to have them. And then there is a letter, and it is simply addressed to my dear disciple. And it is a letter stating, I didn't think I needed it, so I don't have it written, that the golden-eyed woman must be found and brought to the swamp before the city can be taken.
What color are your mom's eyes?
The plans.
What color are my mom's eyes?
They are brown.
Okay, not gold.
Okay.
Hang on, how? Let me see if I actually wrote it down, because I think I wrote it down, but I don't know if it's there. Okay.
You're trying to find said letter?
Yeah, please hold.
F.
Oh, hey, Krabby had the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
My dear disciple, you must continue your search for the golden-eyed woman and bring her to me at the swamp immediately. The city will not fall if she is within its walls. I know your work there is difficult, and I am sorry for the decisions you've had to make. But when the keys are in place and the locks are open, nothing will stand in our way, and more than just the kingdom will be ours. As you have served me, so will I rise you to power.
Fantastic. And while reading this, I would
May
like...
the seal be broken. And then there's no signature. It's just, may the seal be broken.
And while I'm reading this, I would like to rummage through my mind.
Okay.
And have I run into anybody that has decidedly gold eyes?
Actually, I have to stop. I don't remember if Rogoth was with you or not. Roll me an intelligence
Both of us are.
at advantage. Do you want me to have Eric roll? Because I'm trying to remember for the life of me if you were there or not. And I think you were. Were you watching the fight when the casters were training back at the academy?
Mm-hmm.
Roll intelligence. Parisa?
Is it, Lysine? It is.
Does your character know that?
She's met Lysine.
Her eyes aren't... I'll get there. Her eyes aren't gold.
Okay.
Was that
rolled
at
a
advantage?
19.
Yes. What'd you get, Eric?
19.
19?
So that's the first one was better. Intelligence of 8.
8. Rogoth, you don't remember. Eric, you do remember when you were watching the battle where the casters were being tested, when one of the wargs jumped towards one of the other casters and Lysine reacted out of panic and turned, her eyes flashed gold when the spell left her hand as a reaction.
Okay.
And then they returned to normal afterwards.
So you're saying they can't take the city unless it has a lysine deficiency?
Yes. If it's
The lysine continues?
if it's her, but it strikes you because they were, I mean, we're talking molten gold being poured from the crucible gold.
They sound mighty valuable.
Alright, so I'm going to pocket the letter,
Okay.
the maps,
Okay.
and continue to search the room.
Did you read the letter out loud?
Negative.
Okay.
Continue to search the room.
Okay. Morwing, you said you were gonna check out the books on the bookshelf.
Right, I like books.
You will love these books. One of them is in fact a spell book.
Ooh. I'm on it.
You get it, and in it are a couple different spells. Yay, your first night and you find a spell. I didn't think you guys were going to get in there. That's cool beans. And by cool, I mean, way to go. Yay, you. There is Disguise Self, Featherfall, and Blur.
It's a short one spell book.
Yeah,
That's
it's more like a
useful.
spell notebook.
It's a spell pamphlet.
It's a spell. Yes, it's a spell pamphlet.
Right.
Services at 11.
School for
Sorry. When you grow up in a church, jokes like that just come naturally to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it just this room, or you said
It's-
there's another part?
There is a hallway that goes to the north. Are
Right,
you
and that was the space.
going down that way, or?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 20-foot hallway, and then it makes it is not lit. And then it does make a turn to the left. There's some light from the door being open going through, but the further down the hallway you get, the darker it gets.
Gotcha.
So you are definitely having difficulty seeing.
I'll head back to the room and see if there's any other little hidden gems.
Okay. There is not on the bookshelf. There is a book called it's looks like it's a copy of a book called The History of the Lineage of Kings. And it has information on the kings of Silas, their progeny, what they were famous for, the years they ruled.
Or the black of hair, blonde of hair.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Anything of that nature. There's also in the back of this book there is a list of names where it looks like the name's been written, and then there's either a check mark by it or the name is crossed off and the word incorruptible is next to the crossed off name.
I'm going to look for the most recent names on there, including the king's sons.
Ooh. The king and his sons' names are not on the list.
Okay.
What about in the genealogy book?
In the genealogy part, they are listed.
Is there any notations about them?
There is not.
Okay.
The name you do recognize, though, at the bottom of the list is Isa, and the word incorruptible is next to it, but there is no line through the name.
I thought it was a nice note to make about a person. You're crazy.
I love how she turns red every single time without fail. The rest of the books are just basic knowledge. One of them's a book on herbalism.
I will take that, unless you want it. No, go take that.
Are there any books on
We can share it.
poison
I'll borrow
making?
it. Okay.
In the herbalism book, you think you could find some similar recipes. Hold on half a second. I'm going to let you guys plot, and I will be right back.
I would like to start making poisons.
I will note that.
And I can probably help you with that.
And I have a generator to help make poisons. Have I shown you that yet?
I think generators exist.
You
I
have the
would.
genealogy book, right?
I did not take the genealogy.
I'm better than any tinker gnome out there.
So wait,
I
and
can make
it was Isa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was that one of the
I think
princes?
that was one of the.
That was one of the priestesses.
Or was it?
Jonas Brothers.
Did you say Jonas Brothers?
Jones Brothers.
Oh.
Jones.
The
Jonas
Jonas
Brothers
Brothers
are
were
here.
blacksmiths.
They must die.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. MCR is going to be at the Excel Center in September.
Okay.
My Chemical Romance.
Mhm.
Tickets at minimum for the breakneck section in the it's the nosebleeds in the very back are over $300. To get decent seats are upwards of $800.
And that's why I stay away from concerts.
And
You know,
it's
some big crowds of people, but price.
well, yeah.
Noise. There's a lot of noise and people there.
The only concert I'd ever go to would probably be a Sabaton one.
So no,
My
it's
mom
King
they had a
Jericho,
tour in October in the cities, and my mom didn't want
Aaron,
to go.
and Corin.
I really wanted to go see Evanescence and Lindsey Sterling when they were touring together.
Ooh, Lindsay Sterling is good.
Oh, and I seen has the tone of family
I
lines.
have an apostrophe.
But the tone was missing. Okay.
What's your? What are you looking at?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
For Dragon Scales?
What's that?
I don't think that should have an apostrophe.
What was the name that we were
What's
looking
that?
for?
Isa.
Isa?
Isa?
Isa.
Isa.
ISIS.
What's missing in apostrophe?
No, it has an extra apostrophe.
Oh, and the it's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes? No? Yeah, no.
Because
Yeah, it
there's
has
only
an
an
apostrophe
apostrophe
and
if
it
it's.
shouldn't.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
happens when you're typing like 87 things.
Oh,
as fast as
oh no!
possible.
Isa is the lady,
the
Bearform
princess-
lady.
The what?
Bearform lady.
Oh, she's one
The
of
laundry night.
the longest.
Yes.
Is that what she really calls them?
Like, because nights of longer.
Yeah, the laundry days.
That makes
I might
sense.
call them that, yeah.
Ah, yes.
That is the
you
lowest
guys.
of scales I've
I'm
had
also
in a
going to
long
look
time.
to see if I find in that lineage one, history lineage of kings.
Yes.
Just because, does it contain lesser like noble families, things like that?
It does not. It looks like it's focusing primarily on the kings themselves.
Just
And
out
if
of,
you'd like, I can actually give you a copy of it.
okay.
Um,
Just out of,
See, I actually was prepared, I promise!
Patrick, switch the number and the name.
just out of sheer curiosity, I'm going to look for both Arcturus in it and Evanlock in it.
Okay. You do not find them.
Okay.
It goes back to the founding of Silas in the year 1287. And it's Gelhas founded it.
Gelhas.
Mm-hmm. He sired Orvox in 1312 with a washerwoman.
Oh my.
Good on
Hence
him.
the Knights of Laundry.
Oh my gosh, no! That's worse than the deserts!
Sired.
You walked into that one.
I did!
She usually does.
But it's written down, like I can't. I had no way of knowing you were gonna start calling them laundry on this.
Leave it to your players to stick suppositories in places they shouldn't.
I'm going to take this book with me.
See, it's a very thorough examination.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The only suppository I've ever heard of that can put somebody to sleep.
Mm-hmm. They all do if you push them in far enough.
Book is called History of Lineage.
We need some,
Well, there's a hallway we could probably.
you know, when the
Oh, then, yeah.
the
Oh,
gloves that go up
jeez.
to your.
Jeez, no. Okay, moving on. Yeah, the rest of the books don't. Some of them are just, fairy tales, story. None of them are. Those are the only ones that seem to be of note.
The list
Where
your
the-
buddy made.
Actually.
That sounds like a good book.
Well, with the advent of these creatures that we haven't seen or heard of before, I'm going to take a look at the fairy tale books to see if any of the monsters that we've encountered match any of the creatures of fairy tale.
Of course you would.
Okay.
little dog, of course. Yes. In fact, you are familiar with a number of the fairy tales. It would be like walking through the woods and finding a gingerbread cabin made of candy. It's
made of gingerbread or candy. Make up your mind.
It's
All
both.
of the above.
But gnolls, the goblins, the other ones from the fairy tales that were rumored that will come haunt you from the swamps, or ogre.
Well, we know about ogres.
Donkeys and dragons.
Thank you. I was like, oh god, no Shrek jokes too late. Ogres, trolls, goblins. There's other creatures just that are described that don't have names. What look like flying frogs with wings, but they have fangs.
I want one.
I'm not surprised.
These cats that appear from shadow and slink from shadow to shadow. It just...
I want one of those too.
Oh boy.
Are there any books that have any sort of dark mythological, like demonology, that kind of...
Not on this shelf.
Not on the shelf, okay.
What about on the desk?
Not on the desk either.
What about under the desk?
You didn't look under the desk.
Oh, look under the desk.
There's nothing under the desk.
What about under the chair?
What on the ceiling?
Is there a conveniently placed
Under the
box?
floor.
Shush.
I'm gonna check full.
There's a rug on the floor.
I'm gonna move the rug. Actually, I'm gonna carefully take my
I'm gonna hit
Quarter
her hand
stage?
first.
and move the rug.
The rug moves.
Is there anything under the rug?
It looks like the dirt has been disturbed in the center of the floor under the rug. Peanut gallery.
Your god is speaking to you.
Actually,
Our
goddess.
sublord. Our sublord is talking to us.
Oh,
Lesser
boy.
deity. Miri now has competition? The dirt seems to be loose in the center, and as you're stabbing, you hear what sounds like a hollow thud noise.
Someone's knocking back.
Fair enough.
There is a wrong campaign. There is a box. It looks like a
Hey, look, we got Harry.
fairly ornately carved wooden box that's yay.
Okay, I'll take it out.
It's pretty heavy.
Okay. Is there a lock on it at all? Or,
There is not.
are there any symbols on it?
There are not.
Okay, but it's fairly ornately carved, as
Yes.
in like a
It just
Bugbear.
it has. I'm sorry. What?
Bear stare.
Bugbear stare.
I was trying to figure out. That's where my brain is.
Usually I'm the one that does that to her.
Why is the bugbear flashing me? And do bugbears wear trench coats? That's where my brain went.
And has
Would you
still
like to
got
buy
its
some
drawers on.
owlbear feathers?
Oh boy.
I got some goblin teeth in this pocket.
You're like my sundial.
Take a look at that. I need to get a little pull-out shelf so I can have a chest of drawers. Just get a bra with a little built-in compartment. I want to make this.
Do I?
I really want to make this. Best puzzle box ever.
Do I see any obvious way of opening this chest?
There may be buttons.
Look
You
at the
don't-
clasp on that. You can only open it by using 2 fingers.
Oh Oh, I'm an expert in that.
And I'm in. I can help you with that.
You've been to Singapore.
That might not help.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it hurts good. All right. You don't see anything that would adversely affect you in opening this.
Okay.
Not chest of drawers. This box. This wooden box.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
Good food.
You open it, and it is full of coins. Gold, platinum, silver, and a handful of very nice looking gemstones.
Okay. Well,
Hello, Radio Man.
Hello, welcome.
on any of the coins are what's on the face of the coins?
The coins look like the common currency of Silas.
They're on.
They have not been altered.
Defaced or anything? Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. I'll start pulling it out.
Right. There is the equivalent of 32 platinum,
320 gold.
72 gold,
292.
So, and this is the equivalency, right?
yes, I'm just giving you the total what's in there.
Okay, so you said 320.
So far we're up to 392 gold.
Okay.
So yeah, because 32 platinum, gold, and then 47 silver,
396 gold and 7 silver.
and the gemstones are all they're rough cut. They're not polished or they're
Mhm.
raw
How
gemstones.
How many gemstones?
5.
5? Okay.
Can I tell what kind of gemstones they
So
are?
say what flavor are they?
What flavor are the shiny rocks?
Do you lick them?
This one's great.
This one's great.
I always think of
The first one on my list is amethyst. You know what? All 5 are great. We're not doing this anymore tonight.
But I want one that tastes like orange crush.
I want a blueberry. They're all grape flavored rocks.
Kids, settle down.
This is gonna be my life.
Indeed
I'm
it
okay
is.
with this.
Okay, so you said that was amethyst?
Yes,
Okay. All 5 of them are?
yes, and they are worth roughly 25 gold apiece.
Until you cut.
What are they worth? Not roughly.
Not roughly,
Yeah.
closer to 65, 70.
There we go.
Well, I will divvy out the cash. So that's 396 gold split 4 ways.
132.
132? Okay.
Can I actually just have the gems?
Okay.
Because I don't carry coin.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So,
So that's another 43 for each of us.
so
175.
75.
Thank you. And there
Loxlies
were,
are strange women. They can't handle
By the
metal.
way,
Yes.
they're very pretty.
in our travels, in that 3-hour time that we had traveling here, would I have had time
It's
enough to
small.
whittle
Yes.
down a piece of wood about yay big into a flat disc?
Sure.
Cool.
Do I want to know why? No, I want to know why. Why? Why are you making a frisbee knot?
It's only about that big.
Yeah, frisbee knot.
I'll let you know.
I'm the DM, and you're right. I want to know now.
That's not ominous at all.
I will let you know shortly.
So you have all 5 gems.
So five amethysts at approximately 25 apiece.
Yes.
And they are uncut.
If they were finished, they'd be considerably more valuable.
And they're great flavored.
They're grape
They're
flavored.
grape.
Okay.
They're grape flavored, yes.
I'm inventing discus, yes. Or paws. One of the two.
Pogs!
Oh, I remember that.
Yes!
That is 1,
All right. There's nothing else that you find in this room that is.
Once we're done ransacking the room, I
Mhm.
will then bring up there is You have. Welcome back. There are some letters I have found and some maps I have found. The maps aren't of too much use, as we've already discovered most of what's on the maps. It showed locations of these little hidey holes. There's one left, but from what the king said, the knights should find it soon. But the other one is rather more interesting. It seems that the gold eyes that our puppy friend here was talking about is one of the Knights of Laundress. Or maybe not the Knight of Laundress, but one of the trainees to be a Knight of Laundress. It was one of the clerics we saw fighting with Cuthbert back before we did our challenge.
I thought Cuthbert was the only cleric in that fight.
I'm not sure what she is. She was a spellcaster of some sort, and from what I understand, arcane casters like her aren't very popular, so I was assuming cleric. I don't know what she is, but either which way, she was one of the ones in the fight with William Cuthbert before we got into the challenge.
I did it for people love me.
So do the mushrooms.
That's right.
There aren't many of your ilk around, especially not in the city.
You're the one to talk.
I didn't say there were many of my ilk either.
Very pretty though.
I would suggest exploring further, and then we should probably head back.
Is Nerevis down here with us, or did she stay up top?
She stayed up top.
Dang.
You can call
I'm
her.
going to.
How do you call her?
Erebus, can you come down here, please?
She
We
flies
need a
down.
kleptobird to find more things.
Actually, no. I'm going to ask Erebus to deliver a message. I'm going to take the letter, roll it, tie it. Can you bring this to the king?
She might have.
She gives you a look, and clearly in your mind, you swear you hear a voice say, "What do I look like, your pigeon?"
It's important information that he needs to know that has the safety of the kingdom attached to it.
She might have an easier time of getting it to my mother. Just a thought.
It's up to you. I'm looking at Erebus. It's up to you.
She cocks her head and grabs it and
Thank you.
That's one smart bird.
and
But
flaps
I was
off.
going to find the good rings.
Well,
She'll be back.
I guess we just rely on our pluck in the meantime.
I'm sure we can wing it.
Don't say that too loud. The bird might take offense.
I'm sure we can wing it.
That good of a klepto, she can take a whole fence.
Sometimes.
Alright. I like this bird.
So do I.
Alright, let's just beak it.
So yes, if there's nothing else to rummage through here, I agree we should go down this other hallway and see where it leads us to.
It's a lousy perch. Alright, it is a dark hallway. Are you lighting a torch or?
I'm gonna bring the candelabra
Okay.
with.
The hallway goes 20 feet down to the north and then
A little class down the hallway.
turns to the left into a large room that was obviously the bunk or sleeping quarters of these gnolls. There is a pile of offal in the corner, as apparently they just decided the corner was easier than going outside. And there's some really messed up mangy furs and stuff laying about. You don't see anything of...
So it just looks like a bunk room.
Yeah,
Okay.
a very gross bunk room.
Then we shall return topside.
This is not how I imagine monster reproduction at all.
Now you
And
know why
I've
they're called
spent a lot.
monsters.
I've spent a lot of time imagining it.
And now you know why they're called monsters. They ruin your dreams.
Just for whatever on this one.
Sure.
No, but not my pally senses.
Ooh. It feels like it's not desecrated, but it feels like there's residual evil. but mostly in the office rather than
Then
the bunk.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing that pings on your senses as, hey, good here, evil here. It feels like something evil has spent enough time there that the atmosphere just feels thick with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Well, whatever was in that office was worse than these beasties.
Then we'll have to find the chieftain and whomever wrote this letter that Erebus is delivering for us.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we murdered the chieftain.
Not
Oh,
the
that
big
was-
chieftain, according to the puppy that we tied up.
Alright, I wasn't paying much attention.
That's okay.
Which,
And the
as you
sandwich.
guys are leaving, the puppy that you tied up is waking up. That was perfect. That was. As you walk by, he's like, he's dead. He's dead. You guys both just.
Neither of us were trying to kill him. It was
Yeah,
just
no. It's just.
Yeah.
He's okay. He's very, very, very asleep.
He should be up for a few days.
Probably.
Oh, in that other room,
Yeah,
was there any type of bedding or anything like that?
there's some like furs and
No, not the bunkhouse.
oh,
The chamber with the candelabra.
there
and-
was not.
Okay, so it didn't look like any place to rest.
There's the desk chair was really comfortable looking, but not like an actual bedroom or.
Good enough.
Does the chair have a like a cushioned seat?
Yes.
I'm gonna rip open the cushion.
Why?
Because when people want to hide things, they don't necessarily, especially if it's super important, like letters or maps or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's gonna search a drawer or anything that's out in the open. If it were me, I would hide my stuff in the last place that anybody would look.
Under their butt. It was really hard to look under your butt. You're sitting on it.
It's even harder if it's in your
Unfortunately, there is nothing in there, but it's stuffed very firmly with doesn't feathers.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
These are
Fair enough.
definitely not flying.
Well, okay, so for the two newbies, the deal with doesn't is I said there was some fowl that they were hunting, and I made the mistake of saying it was the cross between a pheasant and a duck. And they went, oh, so they're
A flying.
doesn't.
Yep, so that's the thing.
And on his character sheet, he has 2 pounds of flying
Feathers.
doesn't.
So whenever I want, I can give a flying.
You throw it in the air. What are you doing? I'm giving a flying doesn't.
So yes, we are making our way topside.
All right.
Or at least I am.
Lufer is sitting there guarding the horses and is pacing back and forth like a guard. So he'll pace, turn, pace back, turn. It's kind of amusing.
I will give him praise and treats.
His tail's going.
I will give him the maple kind.
No, I am a good Lufer.
The maple kind.
I pat down my horse, make sure he's okay.
Everyone seems fine.
As long as your name isn't Jack, you're good.
So are we going to continue on the way to the void, or are we going to go back to this city with the information that we have?
Will your bird be able to find us?
Erebus is an extremely smart creature.
She's not there.
No.
Well, they have
What's up
pretty
with
much
the hat?
all the information that we have, aside from the chieftain.
A wild cousin appears.
Yes.
Do you really think it's necessary for us to go back?
I was simply asking because it is an option.
Mm.
I am okay with moving on with our mission.
I mean, it'll only have been the 4th time for us setting out.
Right. The first step is always the hardest, and we keep taking it over and over and over
Right.
again.
So next time I am gonna have an enlarged map of the area because, like we've said in the past, that's 200 miles.
Right.
It's an extremely zoomed out map.
Or should we check and make sure that the other knights are okay? Because which ones set out for which pier were the ones that set out for the one place?
It was Isa and
So it was Isa.
it was Isa and Damar because they were already in the city.
Caden timed me a minute and a half.
Nice.
And then the rest of the knights were Alexarin and Yavai, Jasknit and Tamira,
I swear she had alphabet dice and just went, here's their names.
and then Raul and Kaylee. No, I put a lot of love and research into these names.
I almost think we should just check on that group just to make sure.
Right? They're coming from all different parts of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. But
Or you're talking about Isa and Damar?
Isa and Damar specifically because of the information that we pulled out.
And where were they headed?
Towards the one mark.
I'll pull it out. The one mark that has it that we haven't found?
Mm-hmm.
And how far is it from where we are?
It is. Where did my map go? It is north of you and back to the west a little bit.
About how far away?
With horses, 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on whether or not there's
It's
trails.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yes, we can go
let's-
check on them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all of these bunkers, like if you could hit all of them within a day.
Okay.
If you just went from one to the other to the other.
And yeah, we'll ride hard and get there.
Are you going to come with us?
Sure. You're quite entertaining. You're very pretty.
There it is.
I was like, right.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It seems you've made a new friend.
Apparently.
She's quite charming.
Not complaining.
She seems to have that effect on people.
So yeah, I'll go.
It's not intentional.
I will start approaching the horses and then stop. Are we safe to approach?
Oh, yeah, I will. Well, I would have.
Are we safe to approach?
Yes.
Okay. I will get on Fairfax.
The horses all seem like they're more bored than anything. So you guys are gonna make for the last
Bunker.
bunker in search of Isa and Domar. And we will find out next time whether or not you find them, what condition you find them in. We'll learn more of your new compatriot, and we'll see if Erebus is able to return safely.
She's a smart bird.
Yeah,
She's a smart bird.
we're just within a couple minutes here. And I don't want to kick anything else off.
I've decided what to
You
name
don't
my
want to
horse.
start combat
What's your
10
horse?
minutes?
Sublord.
Yes! I approve of
So I'm
this.
always going to be with you, huh?
Anything else?
Anytime she's ready. No, do we have any announcements, Thaco?
We have at least one.
Okay, well, I mean, other than thank you to Syrinscape for the audio, what are our other announcements, Thaco?
Tomorrow's going to be S&M.
Yep.
Monday will be the second episode of Dragon's Discourse.
And what is our topic for Dragon's Discourse?
How to play a bad guy good. And other discussion of common archetypes played poorly that make your DMs and other players cringe.
I feel like that might be a little pointed. Except for the first part.
I
don't
play
do that days.
a jerk of a character in Nilo, but you guys haven't murdered me yet. So
We don't approve of inter-party combat. That's the only reason you're alive.
but at the same time, you guys he's played in such a way that he's not a nuisance to the party.
Most of the time.
He's not a nuisance to the party in the sense that his only purpose is to screw the party over.
Fair.
He makes choices that
He's not Aiden.
He hasn't purposefully tried to get one of the party members killed to teach them a lesson.
Gotcha.
I'm also I'm also playing an evil character, but rather than I'm evil so everything dies or something of that nature, it is I'm evil. You guys are useful to my goal. So finding ways to take a bad guy and play him good.
I just
He
get
is-
it.
preview
He's
of-
actually
He is a
evil.
bad guy, but he's not bad guy.
All right, so again, we will see you guys tomorrow for S&M.
Sand and magic.
Sand and magic for those of you who don't know.
For the vanilla people out there.
Right. And
Sorry.
there will be
No, the
a
vanillas are confused why you had to clarify.
for those of you who are interested, we will be doing a giveaway very shortly. It was supposed to be 3, but apparently the supplier for our giveaway didn't give us what we ordered, so we're doing 2 instead of 3. We'll do the 3rd one as soon as the item shows up. So,
Which is part of the reason we did extra dice bags.
so we will be doing those giveaways probably within the next 2 weeks here. I'm thinking next week.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We'll
I'm thinking
discuss
next
it.
week.
Alright, thanks for chiming in, everyone. Really appreciate it, whether you're lurking or hanging out in chat. Good job, guys. You didn't die tonight. Thanks for putting up with my massive sleep deprivation and yeah.
Good night.
Have a good night,
Have a good
guys.
one.
Bye.
Bye.
9.